Mark Harris, how you doing?
Good morning.
Wow.
Okay.
Or shall I say Mr. Martha Ray?
Marcus Ray.
Marcus Ray. Wow. The man who married Martha Ray. Now, there was a lot
You
of
finally
controversy.
got her. You waited a long time.
Yeah.
So long.
Now, it's unbelievable.
Why?
Because a lot of people are going to say you married Martha Ray for her money.
If they're not going to say that, they're going to say for publicity. So either way, it's a no-win situation. Would you agree?
So you are here to clear your good name.
No, I'm here because a friend from New York told me all about you, and that when I first got married to Martha, that you were doing so much, hype or talk about it. Such,
Right.
That's okay. You have a great following, I understand.
Now, you're a young, good-looking guy.
Yeah, you don't even look your age.
Yeah. I mean,
How
you look
old? Wait, how old do I look?
About 30.
Oh, okay.
I would say even 29.
Yeah, he looks very young.
Now, how old are you?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is tell my friend Richard Impressia that he's wrong. You're very nice.
Oh.
Well, we have just started.
Hey, wait,
no,
wait till you
the
leave.
hot seat. I know. I expected like craziness here. Okay.
All right, let me get this
I'm
straight.
43.
You are 43
February
years old.
1st, yeah.
I think he puts up his age.
Now, Mark.
Or a good facelift.
Mark.
Yes.
So how do you meet Martha Ray? I mean, how did you fall in love with Martha Ray?
Well, to be fair, I've met many celebrities in the past 9 years.
What were you doing that you met celebrities?
Well, I was out in Hollywood trying to promote some new concepts for television.
Right.
And I met a lot of major stars, but this past Labor Day, giving a party in Vegas and then going back home to
Right.
set the record straight, I did live in Santa Monica. Everybody figured I lived in Vegas. I was just commuting.
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to Martha Ray. She herself invited me over.
Now, why would she invite you over? She met you at a party?
No. A friend of hers, a comedian, who now regrets ever so-called introducing us,
Who was that?
Bernie Allen.
Bernie Allen,
Yes.
the one who worked with Marty. Who?
We worked
well,
with
for a
Steve
while.
For a while.
Yeah, right.
He can't work with anybody that long,
I see.
Okay, so
But yeah, how were you involved with all these show business people? Because you were promoting a product.
I produced Eddie Fisher and Al Martino. April 10th was held over 3 weeks at the Dunes.
Oh, so you
Vegas.
produced those shows?
Yeah. I could
Wow, so
actually,
you were working in show business?
Yeah.
Oh, so
For the past 9 years, I was introduced to show business on a rather large scale by the late Nick Vanoff, if you know who he was. He
No.
died last year.
No, I don't
The
know.
Kennedy Award, City of Angels, is his last greatest show.
I don't know any of these guys, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So-
But needless to say, you're in show business.
Yeah, you're in a show business we're not in.
Right. You're in a different show business.
Right.
You're in the real one, probably.
You're in the late Nick Vanoff show business.
Okay,
All
that's
right, go ahead.
yeah, right.
Now
What's left?
so in other words, you're hanging out, and what you see Martha Ray?
Martha Ray calls you over.
No. I get home, and there's a message on my machine to call Bernie at Martha Ray's home. I do so.
Now everyone's got to understand, Martha Ray's 75 years old.
Yes.
At the time.
This is a very old
Currently
woman.
as well.
Oh, yes, she is.
Excuse me?
She's a very old woman.
And she'd been
wait,
sick.
Wait.
Right.
Now, let's really set the record. A very old woman. Today's day, like you say, I look 29 or so. When we were young,
But wait, I've seen Martha on TV. She looks 75
for the
years old.
Paula Dent commercial, moreover, she had to embellish upon it in the past.
But you know what I mean. I saw you wheeling her in the wheelchair. I mean, she's an older woman.
Yes, she is. But
I mean,
when you have spirits and comedic outlook like she has,
All right.
you
Well,
don't
wait
sit
a minute.
in-
Let's back up. You
Yes.
can't see that from across the room.
Right. Go ahead. Now go ahead.
Well, okay, but
All right.
if you know Martha Ray,
I don't know her. Let's
you know
start
her
there.
spirits.
Okay.
She's
All right.
she's fantastic.
All right.
okay?
Go ahead. Everyone loves Martha.
The
Go ahead.
fact that she is a stroke survivor, let's cut to that.
Right.
I went through this with my late mother.
Right.
And it was quite harrowing. And needless to say, she was very depressed. And when we met, I couldn't have been prepared for that.
I still
to
don't
see
understand
this
how Martha
again.
called you, though. I don't understand how she.
Bernie
No, you're not.
called.
No, I
Bern.
called.
Oh, I
he
see.
was not in.
Right.
And I hear in the background the unmistakable voice of Martha Ray. And
Now, you were already in love with Martha Ray. I mean, you had
I'm
already.
just on the telephone. Wait a minute.
But I'm just saying, from seeing her in the
Who
movies and
wouldn't
stuff.
love Martha Ray? Did you love
You
Lucille
loved
Ball?
her as a
Lucille Ball
star.
would be
You loved her as a
82.
star, though. You weren't
Absolutely.
physically in love with her, though.
No.
No, mentally you were in love with her.
Yes, that kind of celebrity, I think even you yourself could allow yourself to adore.
Don't get carried away. Okay,
No?
now let's
well,
go
do you
ahead.
prefer Richard Simmons?
I'm a married man.
Yes, I heard.
Yes,
all
I know.
about
I
it.
can't date Richard Simmons.
No, but you could adore him.
Well, I do
Okay.
adore him. That's true.
That's true.
Now,
Yes, so I do go to the home.
go ahead.
And reminiscent of what I would call Sunset Boulevard and its old decor and the aging movie queen, if you will. She, the nurse, that is, led me into the bedroom.
Oh.
And
wait a
she
second.
was perched up. In
Nude?
No.
No,
Is
all
that
right.
the vulgar side, or is that
Well,
just
no,
for the
no, no. I'm not
benefit
being
of
vulgar. I just
promoting
have to
your,
know. I have to know.
Okay.
And you say perched up.
Of course, you have to know.
Right.
You know.
Well, I have to ask
Well,
this
if you're
question.
paralyzed on the left side,
Yes.
what I mean by perched, the pillow is making her more comfortable to be straight.
So you
in
go
the
into a
position.
bedroom. There is Martha Ray,
Yes.
stroke victim, which is, sad thing. She's paralyzed on one side.
Yes.
And you fall in love with her?
No, I'm trying to
Okay, go
tell you,
ahead.
as we would talk about our backgrounds.
But you didn't
I
bring
got-
condoms into the room. You were not prepared for
It
sex.
wasn't
with
love at
anybody.
first sight.
Right. You were not carrying condoms.
No. You sound like David Letterman from what she has told me now. I think there was a lawsuit in the past.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes, okay.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
putting all the crap aside
Go ahead.
and going to the heart of things.
Right.
There is such a thing as being sincere and honest, open and above board. You don't have to mug older people to get, all this fame. You could marry one just like I did for the right reasons.
Right.
I do take care of her. I care very much for her. I did not know anything about this daughter. I have to say the only time I had
Now,
heard...
the daughter's mad at you. She does
Well,
not like...
wait a minute. The daughter is mad at everyone, from what I understand.
Now, the daughter is out of the will now. Isn't that right?
Not now. She was not in the past 3 wills. I believe that's what I read in People magazine. I had not been told.
I see.
So Bernie
So
Allen at
but
that
let's
time,
get back to the
yeah.
bedroom. You're in the bedroom. You meet Martha Ray. Now, you are there. You're starstruck in a way. True? And you say, my God, look at this. Martha Ray's bedroom, which is unbelievable. Here
No,
you
I
are,
didn't
guy.
say Martha Ray's bedroom. I said, what could I do to help her be Martha Ray again? She was depressed. It was obvious.
Right.
Okay. And I, in the past, had a hairdressing license and knew the benefit of doing a stroke victim's hair, and
Right.
it hadn't been washed with water and shampoo for 1.5 years.
Her hair hadn't been
It's
washed?
very difficult being a stroke victim to put your head back in water and stuff. So sometimes use that spray stuff.
So you do all that for her, and then all of a sudden she...
In 3 days, okay, we
In 3 days,
discussed-
she falls in love with
No,
you.
listen, in
Go
3
ahead.
days, we discussed me being her manager. Yes, she has a history of marrying her managers.
Yes.
And so I came here into New York City. I sat with William Morris to make a deal on her life story, as I
Right.
used to try to sell Eddie Fisher's life story.
Right.
And they wanted it right away. The agent appropriately named it. I did not. The Old Big Mouth. And then I figured I'll make it like Funny Girl. Instead of Fanny Bryce, we'll do Martha Ray. And my choice, of course, would be Bette Midler. Many years ago, I sang with her in 1969, and then I dropped out.
Oh, that's right. You guys are suing over that movie, right?
Yes. So when I
Well,
went
it
back
wasn't
to
right,
California,
They're
here's-
saying that Bette Midler ripped off the idea.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so follow this carefully if you want.
I just want to know about the
truth.
love, though. Was she in love with you at this point, Martha, after you wash her hair?
Right after the hair wash, no. She admired me. She liked my guts.
And you felt-
chutzpah, she says it.
When
know?
you were washing her hair and doing all that for her, did you start to feel love? When did you start to feel love for her?
Love in what sense are you coming from?
Physical love.
To want to take care of somebody, to admire somebody.
At what
to
point
be
did you
proud of
know that,
somebody.
hey, this is the woman I want to live the rest of my life with?
I would say within the same week we met.
But there was no
actually.
sex during the first
Yeah.
week. Aha. That's admirable. But Martha Ray's old-fashioned.
Yes.
She would not
That's
hop
what
into
I've
the
been
sack
trying
with the
to.
first guy.
That is what I've been trying to tell everybody. She's Hollywood's royalty, and she demands, that respect.
So you didn't pull any cheap moves, you didn't cop a feel or anything like that?
This is a ridiculous question.
Oh,
Papa
come on.
Feel.
You know what I'm
I mean, what
saying.
school did you go to? Remember, I'm from Brooklyn originally, so if you're
Well,
just from
you know
Long
what
Island,
I'm
I
saying.
can take you on. I mean,
Well,
this is absolutely...
But you know what I'm saying. You didn't go over
What
and
you're
start
saying is
fondling her.
sensational. I could answer you by saying with my former wife, who I never choose to speak about, I got
Right.
to first base, second, and third, all within the same day. Marriage lasted 13 years, and it was a nightmare.
But with Martha Ray, as you call the big
A
mouth,
dream.
right? A dream.
A dream of a marriage.
And a man would be seduced by Hollywood. Hey, she's a big star. Martha Ray, the big mouth. And when a woman tells me her nickname is the big mouth, I give
give
you
it
know
up.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but give
you
that
know
up.
what I'm
Regarding
talking about.
Martha Ray, give that up.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
A man could get seduced by that.
I think in today's day and age, a man could be more seduced by a good cream and masturbation. You needn't a big mouth. You don't know.
Well,
What? I don't even know what.
I know what he's
My
talking
goodness.
about.
Boy, your hair curled up.
All right, now so you're there, you're developing this intimate relationship with Martha Raye. You're not only developing a friendship, but you are developing her career. You are selling
Yes,
her
I am
autobiography,
managing.
and you're going
Yes.
through all of this. And then suddenly, one day, love hits the two of you.
Yes.
Now, how long did it take?
There's no way of judging something like that.
Were you
know.
in love the third date, the fourth date? Did you ever go on a formal date?
Of course. As a matter of fact, it was the first night out for her going to a benefit, I believe it was, for Donald O'Connor. That was those scenes that they kept taking the same pictures over and over. And
Were you
showing
in love
all
with
the
her at the benefit for Donald
magazines.
O'Connor?
I was very proud of her, very, very happy to
But still
be
not in love?
with her. Yes, but this thing, love comes in degrees. What temperature you were at?
I mean, at what point were you going, I gotta get her?
No, there
I
was no,
gotta get
I
her.
gotta get her. No.
Really?
No.
You're an
I
unusual
put her
man.
on a pedestal and I wanted to make sure she shines like the star she is. And that's the truth.
All right. I'm applauding.
It's the truth.
Robin, you could applaud that. Robin, you only wish a man would put you on a pedestal.
I'm still waiting to
You
hear.
know, I thought, what are you waiting to hear?
She's- we're waiting. You know what?
I'm
You know
waiting
what?
to
Wait a
hear
second, Mark.
vulgarity.
What we are most excited to hear about
Yes.
is the wedding night.
Are you really?
Oh, yes. That's the exciting
I
part.
can't wait to hear what you're advertising.
Well, I'm just saying, with Martha Raye, how do you make it?
So what is the lead-in going to be?
When was the first time you kissed her?
Probably the first moment I met her.
You kissed her the first moment
It's
you met
better
her?
than an autograph.
You walked in and kissed her square on the lips?
Square on both cheeks, as they do in Europe.
No sex, you and Martha Raye?
You know something where sex is concerned. I feel if you or any of your listeners are so interested in my sex life and Martha Raye's, and there's something
Yeah.
desperately wrong with all
Oh,
of
no.
yours.
Come on.
And I mean it. I mean it. Is there no privacy at all?
You know who he sounds like a little bit?
Who?
Please don't take this. I mean this in a compliment. Beatrice Arthur.
Oh,
Does anyone
well,
ever tell you that?
no.
No, seriously, you have
Really?
it. Yeah.
I was just with Norman Lear last week, trying to sell him one of my sitcoms, which looks very good. But Beatrice Arthur, I'll mention it to her.
Say
We're
the-
a friend of the
say,
Salgetti.
Walter.
Walter.
Yeah, I'm telling
There
you.
you go. That's it.
We must tell her this.
I have to
We
put you in a
must.
sketch.
It's fabulous.
All right, now listen to me, Mark. Let's take a break. So everyone calm down. You drink some coffee or tea or
Tea.
whatever it is you're drinking. Get into the whole business aspect of what it's like to manage a talent like Martha Raye, after all, so a Hollywood legend.
Yes.
Also, let's talk about the wedding night.
Let's talk
talk
about
about-
the three-ring scandal. That's what it's all about.
And the three-ring scandal.
Right.
What is the three-ring scandal, Rob?
One is the age difference.
Go ahead.
2 is Bette Midler.
Go ahead.
And 3 is Melody Condos.
Yeah, the daughter.
Look at
Thank
you
God.
soaking in the applause.
Yeah,
Look at
well,
you.
believe me, that's the only clap I'm going to get.
Okay, very good. Now, Mark Harris is here. He is Martha Raye's husband.
Yes.
Sometimes she's known as the Big Mouth, as they called her. And yes,
Would you like to know her real name?
what is Martha Raye's real name?
Maggie Reed.
You really do know her well,
Oh, yeah.
for her to admit something like that. All right, let me take a break here. We'll continue this interesting conversation. And Robin, yes, I
Well,
will ask.
the verdict is still out. I'm not convinced
Yeah.
that he deserves to be with Martha Raye.
Yeah, you haven't proven yourself.
Really?
Doesn't sound like you're delivering the goods at all to her.
Do you know-
You are making it sound like you did not even make out with her yet.
Do you know that Martha Raye is not so totally convinced that she deserves me, on the other hand? And I'm not here to promote myself.
I'm not
It's
sure
a
she does deserve
relationship
you.
of honesty
understand.
and good well-being.
Hey, nobody's putting it down. Let me tell you something.
Well, did you see you got some positive letters in People magazine?
But I'm going to
Yes,
give you some
I
advice.
did. Yes.
If you don't get going with her, she might start cheating on you.
Yes.
A woman needs to be satisfied. Mm-hmm. A woman needs.
And you would know that even at a woman's age of 75.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
what? She's
Even more
not
so.
You
dead.
speak from first-hand.
Yes, I do. At 75, a woman is still sexually interested. Listen, why do you think she got married? Think about it.
She could have just
She's
lived
still
with
a woman.
There's many concepts on that. Believe me, People magazine had a
At
concept. they didn't
75,
print.
does a woman still have a vagina, Robin?
you. Absolutely.
Does she? There's your answer.
No, the vagina is not only used as a sexual.
That's what you think.
What else is he?
Well,
What else would you use it for? Going to the bathroom?
How about it?
Oh, come on. I use it as a vase myself.
I think, moreover, you might use it to worship it.
Well, I should know about this. Or tell them who I used to date. Helen Hayes.
Helen Hayes.
That's right. And let me tell you, if I didn't go through a tube of KY a week, Robin, where is Helen? I haven't heard from her in a while.
She's in the hospital.
Is she really?
You should call her.
No, I never dated Helen Hayes.
No, I didn't
actually.
think so, and she would deserve more respect than the line you just threw.
Absolutely, and I take it all back. All right, I admit my mistake. Fred, didn't you used to date Fred Astaire?
Fred Austerlitz was his real name.
That's right.
That
And
is
what
correct.
was Ginger Rogers? What is Ginger Rogers'
I
real
didn't
name?
date her, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, but
Me
what's
too.
we bonded? Virginia McGrath.
That's right. Fred, ask him a question. Hollywood trivia. Go ahead.
Give me a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Well, now I have one question to ask. What happens if another one of these Hollywood icons comes into the room? Are you going to leave Martha?
No, he's
You're
in
going
love
to
with
jump
Wait,
ship?
wait.
Do you love
I'll
Martha?
share something with you. Wait,
Yeah.
1 second here.
Okay.
A very
Everybody
close,
calm down.
A very close friend of mine. I'm proud to say you saw in People magazine. She
Yeah.
gave me away at the second reception at the Friars Club. Is Ann Jeffries. She's
Yes.
been a close friend for 3 years. And Martha, it's hard. I almost said
She gave
Maggie,
you
that's her
away?
real name. Yeah.
I mean, she was like the
It was
best.
a traditional Jewish wedding.
Okay.
My late mother is no longer here, so Ann Jeffries filled in.
I never heard of the man being given away, though.
Sure.
Really? Is that how that works?
I've never been to a Jewish wedding. Why are you looking
Well,
at
neither
me?
have I, so what do I know?
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
Oh,
That's
my.
better than
Oh,
vulgarity. Yeah.
Mark,
gee.
do you have to be so vulgar?
Yeah, really.
All right, let me take a break
Go
here.
ahead.
Let me take a break.
And
We'll
we'll
get
come
back.
back and get to the bottom of this.
Well,
we'll
If
just
he's
finish
going
with
to,
Ann
right,
Jeffries.
And I
yeah.
hope you are
Yes.
delivering the goods to Martha
We'll
Ray.
just
That's
finish
all I'm
up
saying.
with Ann Jeffries when we come back.
All right. We'll be back right after these words with Mark Karras, married to Martha Ray and also her manager.
Yes.
Right after these words. Wow. Hey, Robin, 3 generations in the jewelry business. Do you understand that when a jeweler stays in business for over 30 years, you realize you're doing something correct, don't you? You realize you're doing something right, don't you?
If he survived all those muggings and trying to break in there, yeah, he surely did something right.
I can see Mark should keep quiet during the live commercials, don't you, Robin?
Yes, accentuate the positive.
3 generations in the jewelry business. You want to see a nice tennis bracelet?
Yeah, Mark, maybe you ought to think about getting over there to get Martha
yes.
a Valentine's Day
I'm looking
present.
for an ankle chain.
Is that
so
right?
maybe today.
For Martha?
Yeah, for Martha. No,
Really?
for somebody else.
I don't know. Martha
Yes.
is going to have an ankle chain?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. It's 75.
What? You say first we had the conversation, she still has a vagina.
Yeah, I
still
don't
got an
understand. You're
ankle.
coming from both sides here. Why not an ankle chain?
I don't know. I see that on a young girl, not on a...
Oh, that's not true.
You don't think Martha looks beautiful in a bathing suit on the
Did you
beach?
know that Martha
No,
Ray...
not. I don't think any 75-year-old woman looks beautiful in a bathing suit on the beach. I don't even know that Martha goes to the beach. Does Martha go to the
Howard,
beach?
did you know that Martha Ray seriously had the most beautiful legs in Hollywood, more than Betty Grable? as far
Yeah,
as-
but I mean,
did
at
you
one
know?
point. I didn't know that, but
You
I'm
don't
saying...
ever lose your legs.
Well, come on.
Yes, she would love an ankle chain.
She
I hope
would.
she's not listening to this. It was supposed to be a surprise.
Really?
Does he give
You
me a
make a
discount
joke.
if I mention Howard Stern?
Yes, I believe if you went in there, they would help you out.
Okay.
But do me a favor. Although, they see the Martha Ray name, they think right away big bank account, and they might even, I don't know if they're going to give you a special discount.
So I'll go back to 47th Street.
All right, very good. We're here with... hey, Mark, is your name Mark Harris?
Yes.
Or Mark Karras?
No, it's Mark Stephen Harris.
Harris.
Why were you calling him Karis?
Because Baba Booey gave me the name Mark Karras.
I see.
I thought it was like the mummy, Harris with the leaves.
Yeah,
and
you,
everything.
got to understand something. I have a producer who really doesn't know what he's doing.
This guy, Gary?
Gary. Very stupid.
What was that, Gary?
He's very... Exactly. Now, here is Mark Harris. What a fascinating story. He's on Donahue tomorrow.
Oh,
We're taping tomorrow, showing on Friday, and I'm going to make a very special announcement. I'm sorry you cannot have the scoop.
You have a special announcement.
To make on Donahue.
Yes,
Is Martha going to be on the show?
Is Martha
No.
pregnant?
that's not the announcement.
I bet you that's it. I figured it out. I
That
put two
could
and two
possibly
together.
be worth more than the Midler lawsuit.
Oh, man. Now, you think you can get money from Bette Midler for the... That's a hard one to prove, though. You know
Well,
what I mean?
let's put it this way. In doing what I tried to do, making her life story, never knowing about For the Boys back in early September, and then discovering it and making 4 appointments with Bonnie Bruckheimer vis-a-vis Sheila McRae. They were fraudulent appointments. I mean, they didn't keep them. They kept breaking them. And then finally they admitted to Sheila when Martha said to us that they were to pay Martha Ray $1 million for the rights and a script. Well, I only had Martha's word, her late husband and manager is deceased, and there was nobody. So without the help of Flo Anthony, page 6, going forward with my suspicions, the writer then came to me, the script, everything, and now as high up as a conspiracy, I would call it, at 20th Century Fox to delete the mention of Martha Raye. People that were on the set will testify.
I see. Now, this sounds like it's going to be a big case, Robin. I might have to get involved myself.
It will make Eddie Murphy's and Art Buchwald's look minor.
Really?
Really true. And we will be suing her personally. Because
now,
she
let me ask
produced
you
it.
this.
Yes.
Would you get to the bottom of this? Everyone's faxing me. They want to know if you and Martha Raye are really man and wife. I mean,
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying.
I mean, could this marriage be annulled?
I mean, is this a sexual marriage at all? That's the thing I can't get over. I can't see you in bed with an older woman. I cannot see you in bed with an older woman.
I cannot see you in bed with Richard Simmons.
Oh, come on. I cannot see you in bed with a 75-year-old woman. That's a hard thing to do. Do you understand what I'm saying, Robin?
If you're in love.
Before you were telling me how wonderful and they still have feelings and they this, and now you look at me and you cannot see
she
me.
must want sex from you. You're a good-looking man.
Yeah, well, you're interviewing me, not her. If it was Martha you were interviewing, she would demand respect. I have to tell you, she's
You think this is disrespectful?
To Martha Raye, it is.
It is?
Yes, it is.
Why is that disrespectful?
Yes, it is.
Because she's 75 years old and people in her generation don't talk like
I mean, look at the gender reversal now. Would you demand to ask Milton Berle's lovely wife, Lorna?
Yes.
Are you going to bed every
Milton
night
has
with
sat in that chair 3
Forget
times.
about Milton. I'm asking.
I've asked him 3 times, 300 times, what he's doing with that giant penis of his.
Yeah.
And Milton tells me, quite frankly, that he is very active with it.
Milton and Martha Raye are two different people.
Really?
Yeah.
Friend. Green is out. Mark Harris is waiting, isn't he, in the wings?
Yeah.
What is he promoting now?
Well,
All right, let me come back.
He's on tour.
All right. Let me come back. I'll take some phone calls. I'll speak with Mark a little bit.
What happened to his nursing career?
We'll find out in a minute. First this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
I got to get Mark Harris in here. I got a guy on the phone who's Puerto Rican, wants to yell at me. While you're bringing in Mark, I'll talk to this guy. Yeah, what is your problem?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning. First of all, I do not want to yell at you.
Oh, I thought you wanted to yell. I must have gotten bad information. Listen, I got nothing against Puerto Ricans. I like all people. I love all of humanity. But that parade is filthy, disgusting. There is a mass of garbage left behind. This
Okay.
is disgusting. I don't know what everyone is celebrating. Either you're an American or you're a Puerto Rican. If you're a Puerto Rican, get the hell out of America.
I agree with you, but...
All right, then what are you calling for?
What Puerto Rican... I mean, what parade is not less, filthy?
The Krauts, the Germans. You could eat off the floor after that. You know they pick up garbage. You know what the German Day Parade is? As they go along, they pick up garbage. It's filthy.
I don't believe that.
You got a garbage pail sitting. You don't believe it. What do you need? What do you need me to give you evidence?
Yes, I do need
tough.
evidence because...
Go watch the parade. Were you there?
Excuse me?
Were you at the parade?
No, I was not.
Well, then what do you know?
I was there the last couple of years.
Yeah, and what'd you see? Cockroaches and straw hats. What did they get? The sombrero. I hate the sombrero.
The sombrero.
You know who invented the sombrero?
Who invented the sombrero?
Lazy people. They invented a hat so big you can't go through a door so you can go to work.
So what are you saying? The Puerto Ricans are lazy?
I didn't say that. I said the guy who invented the sombrero is lazy.
Okay.
And anyone who wears a sombrero is lazy. Siesta's not in my language.
I understand that.
I don't rest.
But it's in our language.
I want it out of my language. I'm an American.
Well, I can agree with you. I am also American.
I'm not, you don't hear me say I'm Italio-American, a Jewish American. I'm American.
When do you hear anybody saying they're Puerto Rican American?
All the time. With that parade. I don't go to any parade. I don't need a stinking parade.
Look at, you have Puerto Ricans on your staff. Look at,
I like Puerto Ricans. I have nothing against Puerto Ricans.
Look at Jackie the Joke Man Martinez.
All right, now you're putting me on. Goodbye. Dope. Let me get Mark Harrison here. This is a guy who married... For anyone who doesn't know who this guy is, and believe it or not, most people don't.
Yeah, I don't think the world is...
Hi, Mark. How you doing? Sit down. I know you're late.
Totally aware.
Mark Harris is the guy who figured out he'd marry that old woman, Martha Raye. That fossil.
The movie star.
He figured out to marry Martha Raye, who was
The movie star? What movie.
What movie?
100 years
Remember
ago.
the World War II movies?
No.
Or Jumbo in the 1950s?
No,
No,
neither
and
do
neither
you.
do you.
How about,
Right.
yeah, well, yeah, I only look young. But what about the Martha Ray shows, the NBC shows?
I don't remember those either. All I
You'll
remember
get a
those
chance to see them again with me
Denture
narrating them.
Oh, is that right? You're going to be narrating them? Is that what you're working on?
No, that's only another thing I'm working on. But I have to thank you very much.
By the way,
Very
you have a great announcer's voice. I'm sure Martha Ray would be honored to have you.
My date.
Where
Hi.
are these shows going to be played?
Now, Howard,
on the gay channel.
Okay, let's take all the gay stuff, the feminine stuff, and all that.
No, you're very feminine. Let me ask you, you would take the great Martha Ray. You would take the great Martha Ray.
Right.
Kinescopes of her movies and of her shows. You would take those and defile them by using your voice and effeminate announcers. Hello, my name is Mark Harris.
But
I'm
Howard,
here to present my wife, Martha Ray.
Howard.
Wouldn't you hire a professional?
Say that, my wife.
First of all, my date this afternoon, she just told me, and I want to tell you, she says, you're going to do great this morning. Your voice sounds so great. Susie Chaffee.
Who's that?
Susie Chapstick?
That's the one.
Yeah, she used to be a skier, and she was
and she has
involved
a
with
beautiful
Ted
line
Kennedy.
She has a beautiful line.
Hold on a second. You
skiwear.
saw Susie Chapstick
No,
where?
we're going out today.
I thought you were a married man.
I am.
You're married
What
to
are
Martha
you
Ray.
dating for?
I started dating just a few weeks ago.
Really?
Such an announcement.
What is that all about?
Such an
Are you and Martha on the
Amanda's
split?
No, not at all. She's very, very ill. The last time I was here in November. Seriously.
You're claiming
can't
you are
get-
dating Susie
you can-
Jaffe.
Let her claim that. You can't.
No, are you claiming that?
As of today, we're just going out.
Oh, you're having a date.
Is this
Right.
our first date?
This is our first date. And she's listening to the show. She didn't even know what dial it was on. But she said, do you really think Howard's going to make governor? I said, well, you're a New Yorker. You have the votes.
Right.
She says, I got to listen to him now.
Now she'll have to, for political advice.
Yeah, but no, seriously.
I need to talk to her. I want to know if she's really going out on a date with you. I don't believe it.
How about tomorrow morning we'll get her on the phone after the date?
All right, fine.
No problem.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So you are now officially dating. You're looking for what?
And why?
I'm looking for what? Hey, I go both ways. I could have a lot.
So you're dating anything that walks?
I've been going out with Grace Robbins, and because of Grace Robbins,
Who is Grace Robbins?
Harold Robbins' ex-wife.
Oh, so
she's the one that's you got to understand. She's the one
You're
that.
not dating her.
Okay, if you
Is
say
she a
so.
friend of yours, or you had
Very,
sex?
no
sex. All right,
But
that's what I
she's the
thought.
one that is now responsible for my act.
Let me ask you something. Why have you not just put a pillow over Martha Ray's face
Oh.
in the middle of the night,
See, let me tell you.
and no one would know,
Let me tell you something.
or
Because
roll her into the pool?
Maggie know
No.
you're dating.
Wait a minute, I want to respond to that. You see,
Yes.
now that Martha is really out of pain,
But you got to get the money.
I could handle your crap.
Okay,
In
go ahead.
November, I couldn't.
Go
and
ahead.
since November, they took her other leg off, and it was very bad.
All right, that
we
is
went
not
through
funny.
a horrible time.
That
Yeah,
is
but you
not
made
funny.
a lot of fun of the legs. Okay, she is now.
He's getting rid of her a little bit at a
she's now
time.
without any pain, and that is the bottom line.
All right, so she has no
Thank God,
pain.
no
Is she
pain.
awake?
Rarely.
Oh.
And okay.
Don't you want to wait for the body to
Wait a
be
minute, wait a
buried
minute.
before you start dating
no,
again?
No, seriously. Just a minute. You'll read the book. I heard you trash.
Although I got to admit, if my wife had both her legs off,
Oh, please.
well, let me say something, and she was in a
That is
coma,
an invitation to date.
I'm starting to date. I am not going to wait
I
around.
thought you were going to say Mark
can
Harris
linger.
would date her.
No,
That's
I
what
would.
think.
No, you could date her.
Oh, I can.
If she has money, you'll
With
date
both
her.
her legs.
You like celebrities. You want to date celebrities.
Yeah, look at it. It's somebody's ex, somebody's, he's always got a name.
Well,
You know, Ted Kennedy's Susie Jaffe, Chafee, whatever.
Ted Kennedy, I'm sure I shall never date.
Right.
He's a Democrat.
So the only pain that Martha Ray's in is when you're around.
No, not
When
at
she
all.
hears that
Not at
voice,
all.
she goes,
I did my rehearsal for her,
Right.
and
Yes.
in the act,
Was she conscious?
when I sang the salute to her, yes. I salute a few people in the act, and thank you very much for doing the Clinton song, because that is...
What is the Martha Ray song? Let me hear a little of that.
It's her theme song.
Give me a
I
little.
can't. It's too early in the morning. The red eye, and it was late and too crazy, but I'll send you a
All right,
work
so
tape
Mark
on that.
now fancies himself in show business.
Now,
3 weeks ago, he was going to be a nurse. I thought you were going to be a nurse.
Now can I discuss that nursing bit? Here's what happened. It's
Yeah.
a true story. I was going into the St. John's thing. It would have been February.
Right.
I was in Berlin on January, I think it was 13th, whatever the date.
Where
of
are you
the
getting the money
earthquake.
Why is he
for?
Right, we'll
always
get-
in Europe?
Because nobody knows who he is there.
Wonder why. So I was leaving from Berlin to Paris that morning, and when I got to Paris...
Do you have a boyfriend in Paris or in Berlin?
No.
Do you swear to
Not
God?
yet.
Why
Not
are you
yet.
always in Berlin?
Not yet.
Why are you always
I
in
have a
Berlin?
valet, and he's from Germany.
How do you afford a valet?
Why don't you call him and ask him?
I'm asking you.
Call him.
Why wouldn't I
Wake
ask
him
you?
up.
You're the one who pays him. How would he know how you afford
Well,
something?
the money is not all that interesting. I gave up blackjack for lawsuits. I'm now suing the Globe.
You're suing the Globe?
Yes.
What for what?
Didn't you read?
Is that the article where they said you were trading Martha Ray's limbs for money?
No, they said some really unfounded things.
What did they say?
I mean, really.
What did they say?
Call that journalism. For one thing, they say in the February 8th article that I claim in the manuscript that I say she became Maggie of the Boondocks who went to Vietnam to go to bed or screw, whatever word they use, they don't know right now, all the soldiers. I never even said anything like that. It's not in there. There's a whole lot of things. My lawyer is the late Sam Kinnison's lawyer on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's so funny. He says the Globe, you call that journalism. No, nobody calls it journalism.
There are people out there that do. I mean, you have to understand there is.
I read one article, he called you masculine, and I heard you were suing for $50 million.
You're not exactly John Wayne. Let me tell you, you're not exactly John Wayne.
We're just doing jokes.
No, that's okay.
Everything's a joke.
How's
It's a goof.
Sally? Because I hope
my aunt is fine.
She's great. No, really.
Her hair hasn't been the same since you did it. He used to be a hairdresser.
I'm still licensed.
My aunt claims he never did her hair. He just worked in a beauty shop.
No, there you're lying.
He was the shampoo girl.
Yeah. All right, for those of you who want to know,
Robin, I have to tell you, I was reading all this stuff about this chic, this new lesbian chic.
How much money
are you?
How much money will you inherit when Martha Ray dies?
Not much. Most of it is gone.
All right. What is your estimate?
About the house. We're not even living there.
You're not living in your house?
The earthquake hit the damn house. The house.
After you fixed it up and made a disco out of the living room?
That's the part that went.
Oh,
really?
You knew
it really is. Okay, from where I made it's not a disco, the nightclub. She when she bought the house.
Where are you living now?
With Martha in a hotel.
In a hotel?
Yeah.
And why would you build a dance floor for a woman with no legs? Honestly, why would you do that?
Isn't that cruel?
So that all her celebrity people could come as they did.
And dance.
And rejoice and have parties for her.
Isn't that like
wonderful.
making fun of her condition?
Which is
she
worse?
Wasn't as ill as...
Which is worse for Martha Ray, the day she married Mark or the earthquake?
I'm the only husband.
Which is the worst
do you know that I'm the seventh husband, the only one that made a 2-year marriage?
Really?
If she'll be alive, September will be 3 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Imagine if she was awake. I think the marriage would have ended in a day.
Now, I'm going to perform here in New York City.
All right.
Okay,
let me play a little of your performance. Hold it, and then we'll announce the date.
Let's talk about the death of Cesar Romero. We haven't seen
it. It was a shock.
Then.
I know. That was a shock.
It was a shock that he did not live Martha.
It was a shock, and I spoke to him the day he was to come home.
Really?
In St. John.
You and Cesar Romero were on the phone the day before he died.
The day he died.
The day he died.
And he sounded okay to you?
Yeah, he was coming home. He was fine.
And then he spoke to you and he dropped dead?
No, I think about 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
And you were close to Cesar Romero? This is your wet dream. You married Martha Ray, now you're close to all those old-time Hollywood stars.
The way you do it, I mean, you could really report for the Globe.
No, a lot of people who are effeminate do enjoy that period in history when Martha Ray was a star. They feel that was show business. Judy Garland.
The
glamour, the scene, the stars. Stars was...
The stardust.
They don't make faces like that anymore.
You'll have to come to my show just to see the 12 costume changes.
Lombard.
Boyer.
And even the songs that you sing in your act are of that era, true?
Yeah, you're not singing any Pearl Jam or...
Yeah. No.
That stuff is horrible to you.
I don't know, but
you wish that you could have been one of these actors in the 30s or 40s.
Like Tyrone Power.
Right?
Sure.
Carol Lombard.
Because here is a piece of Mark Harris's act. His new song.
Okay, it's mocked up, so let's see what you do.
No, I didn't mock up anything. No, didn't touch it. Mocked up.
Is it the Clinton song?
Clinton song.
Oh, great.
I didn't mock up anything.
Okay, go.
I'll tell you something. I start sounding more effeminate the more I'm with him.
Yeah, when you're with him, you start to
Only
get
in Cincinnati. Only in Cincinnati.
Here is Mark Harris with Dear President Clinton. A little piece of some of the magic of Mark Harris.
Dear President Clinton, I did write
I love those little singers.
for you to thank you on behalf of Martha Ray. I know we had our problems. I really don't know why. The medal wasn't sooner. You didn't try.
Who wrote that?
I did.
Mark.
And you asked who was playing piano.
I still laugh at the piano player.
Leo DeLion. You met him. Your agent used to, your manager used to handle him.
Leo the Lion?
Tony the Tiger.
Leo the Lion and Tony the Tiger. Let me tell you something.
Go. Tell me more. Go ahead, abuse. I don't go for therapy. This is it.
So what Mark is singing about, his wife, soon to be...
What Mark is singing about very badly.
I don't think so. It goes over in the act. Of course, that's a work tape, but no excuses. Go.
He's like the sissy Marie Chevalier.
A sissy.
Yeah, listen.
Boy, you were born in the 50s.
You are singing about the fact that Martha Ray, your wife,
did receive the medal.
She was supposed to get, according to Mark, the Medal of Honor from President Clinton as soon as he got into office. It took a while.
Yeah.
It actually occurred to President Clinton that he had bigger responsibilities than giving Martha Ray a medal.
Like giving it to Senator Fulbright first, right?
He was supposed to
How much
put
do you really
his hand down after taking the oath, and then say, I have to interrupt the ceremony to give an award to Martha Ray.
So Mark, of course, instead of graciously getting an award, he hounded the president from his first day in office, took out full-page ads in the newspaper saying, you better give Martha Ray this award, you better give Martha Ray this award.
Now, what the song is about, if you let it play, the lyrics are 100% true and accurate of President
But I enjoy D.C., and that's a very special memory.
I love that.
Now listen to every word. Tell me this is all not true.
We can't take our ears off.
Okay, go.
You are our leader.
Sure is.
And yes, you have some powers, but no more Jennifer Flowers.
Gone.
Your private life has tone, and now we'll listen to Miss Jones.
More and more.
All the gossip.
Wait a second, let me ask you something.
What are you carrying on about?
When you hear this,
yes,
do you think that this is unbelievably good? How do you evaluate this?
Yes, I really do.
You do.
Especially in the act when it goes like that. Of course, I do mugging shtick and all
And
that
you do
stuff.
kicks?
And costume changes.
Honestly.
No
dresses. I heard you did 4 costume changes in a half hour.
I did 12. Now, Matty Danza has his place. Matty's on Melrose, Tony Danza's brother, and I did it twice. It was really fantastic. Even young people come.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they love your style of singing and your...
I think they're in shock, actually.
Is it mostly a gay audience?
No, it's a straight place.
Oh. You're saying it's mostly a straight audience?
It's 100% straight, yeah.
Really? Sure.
Maddie's on Melrose. Go ahead, let's hear it.
Maddie's on Melrose.
Yes, darling. Lesbian chic.
Matt is Tony Danza's brother. Everyone is related to someone.
Yes, he doesn't know anybody who's not in show business in some
Why don't you just play the song and do the lyrics? Come on, let's go.
All the mail, I know the truth. You did inhale cold. You go with slut. You were so
simple. Go ahead, laugh. You know you're laughing. Look at you. Look at you.
That's some. What? And I'm just curious. When you recorded this, you were in your home by a piano, like just with a tape recorder?
No, Leo DeLion's house roaring, and I was not stoned.
And when you're singing this, is Leo DeLion taking it seriously?
He was so hysterical.
He loved it.
He loved it.
How old is he?
Leo, and I know he's listening to this program, so I don't know, between 67 and 70.
Oh.
If I'm wrong, he'll never play.
Do you know anybody below 60?
Why hang out with anyone below 60?
Susie Chaffee.
Unbelievable. And like, did you record this on a home tape recorder?
This was just the work tape. Now in the act.
Oh, I see.
The work tape.
Yeah. I see. The work tape. Work tape.
Work tape. You love my voice, man.
What a life this guy has. Now, so tell me about Martha Ray. You're saying she has no legs now. She's in a coma. Now, who is attending to her?
She's in a coma.
Who is tending to her?
The same nurses.
She's not in a coma.
We have nurses. No.
Okay.
And where are you living?
What is that in the background? What?
Where are you living now?
In a hotel.
So do you have to share the same bedroom now that you have limited accommodations?
Quite a large room we took. We took a suite.
And do you share the bed with Martha Ray?
She can't be in a regular bed.
She cannot. What type of bed is she in?
Hospital bed.
So you can't share a hospital bed with her?
You sleep in the same room?
Really so stupid, Howard.
Why is that stupid?
Howard.
Can't you give her some last moments of pleasure?
She's getting pleasure by being out of pain.
Is that right?
Be happy.
Is she on a heavy medication?
No. That's how.
If you were a real husband, you would give her something to, some fantasy.
She knows I'm out there. She knows I'm saluting her. She knows her name will continue.
I see.
That was the most important thing to her.
Yes. So where's the song? Go with the lyrics. Go ahead. Yeah. Maybe Aunt Sally is out there listening.
Yeah.
Who's the newcomer over there?
It's like Dracula's in the room.
I know.
Yeah.
Only,
Hey, Dracula.
Mark goes
She
around.
knows I'm out there. She knows I'm saluting her.
Oh, I wonder, who is that?
He's Billy.
What do you care?
You're right. I'm not going to date you. Don't worry about it.
You sound like Dracula sometimes.
Only because that layover,
really killed
you. It
you.
was terrible, yeah.
But I always like when Mark...
But wait.
No gift from the plane this time?
I did bring you something in the story about your name in Paris, and so I brought you the gift. What happened?
I hate
That's
Paris.
after the song. I love Paris.
Well, of course you do.
In the springtime. This guy is like wacky.
I didn't do that.
Oh, whoever did it. Listen.
And now the truth, Bill. Really?
What the hey? Did you have a moment gay?
But what is that about?
I'm asking him a question.
You think the president might have had gay sex? That's what you think?
Anything's possible.
He just threw that into a song.
Anything's
Did you have a moment gay?
Yeah, like Bill's going to write a song to answer this.
Yeah.
Well, why would
Good
somebody
response.
so stupid running for office say he didn't inhale? I mean, that is stupid.
Did you bend over and go, ole?
Oh, you could write lyrics, too. Continue. Go.
Who are you going to marry next after Martha goes?
Who do you got to set up?
Now Martha's on her last legs. Maybe put in a call to Vivian Vance.
She's dead.
Oh, that's right. Well, that shouldn't stop you.
You missed that one.
No, I'm going
June
to
Allison?
I am going to London from here and meeting somebody. Go ahead.
Hello, this is Mark Harris from Miss June Allison. I would like to speak to the lady, please. Lady of the house. Hello.
Why don't you just say it all
Hello?
depends?
Hello, ma'am. I'm a big fan of yours. I used to be married to Martha Ray. And I would like to marry you. Well, I don't even know you. Please, Miss Allison, I'd make an excellent husband.
You won't regret it.
You won't regret it, and I would make sure that your name will live on.
This should be your acceptance speech. Eh?
Well, I am not going to marry you. Well, then what about your sister? She'll do.
Or Van Johnson.
Who is the executor of your estate?
And how many body parts do you have left?
Okay, the lyrics. Go ahead.
Lyric.
You give us pride and joy from every Jew to every goy.
I love how precise.
Yeah, you don't want to miss one word.
Let's hear the finish, because Barbara Streisand should sing this. She's on his side. The ending is?
You are so...
Go.
How did Martha Ray get... how did she marry you?
As she told me, the best years of her life.
Really?
Yes.
You have proof that she said that? You have that on tape?
Where is that?
The proof enough. The nurse's records. They had, since the conservatorship,
Are you preparing the conservatorship has to write down every word?
The nurses have to keep journals every day of everything that happens at every hour. And that's a testament to whatever went on.
So in other words, when the will is contested...
The will won't be contested.
You don't think the daughter will contest it?
I highly doubt it.
Really? Why?
I don't think I should discuss that publicly, but after she goes, it will be.
She'll do away with who?
No, on the contrary, it's my phone that I have tapped. Go ahead.
What is he talking about?
Go ahead.
Do the nurses like you? Are there any male nurses?
No.
All females. Interesting.
Unless they're in drag.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
So she said that you were the best years of her life?
Yeah.
Really?
Has she lived how many years before she met you?
Oh, she suffered every one of those years. I got dizzy.
Look, she had some pretty big husbands there from 1 to 6.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you were the best.
You don't think the will be contested based on the fact that...
no, I don't.
No one's even sure if the marriage was consummated, even though you claim it was?
First of all, do you realize that that is not an issue? Whether it was or was not has nothing to do.
Because Jackie the Jokeman says he's going to contest the will.
Yes, okay. Well, let's do that last lyric there.
Now, what were you doing in Europe? Like more of the singing?
No, just finish that, and then we're going to get right into Europe.
No, I'll get to it when I want to. What were you doing in Europe? You don't visit any people over there?
I visit a lot of people.
But you were there to
sing. My former life was the garment industry. Mm-hmm. Now I just sing in some cafes.
All right.
Not on subways yet.
Is it me, Robin, or is he 5 times more effeminate today than usual?
You know, when he first came in here, he was just a little bit effeminate.
Now I'm working into my full act here.
Oh, I tell you.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
I just wonder when Martha Ray married you, did she say, hey, my husband is awfully effeminate?
I think he's after her clothes.
You can see why people would think...
You didn't see her wardrobe of fatigue.
You can see why people would think.
But do you really think people care?
So was there insurance on your house?
Care?
Was insurance on Martha Ray's house taken care of?
Earthquake insurance?
Of course.
So there was quite a bit of money.
Yeah, that's why we can't even live there.
So that money will go to you as soon as she dies?
No, the house is being rebuilt.
Why don't you just put a pillow
without the nightclub.
Put a pillow over her face. No one will know.
Oh, stop.
Just do it.
You are really
Do it. Do it, then we can be together.
You know those nurses must always be around.
You know, you sounded like Richard Simmons.
I wish those nurses would leave. I could put a pillow over her
Can't
face.
I have a moment alone with my wife?
Go, Robin, go!
No one will blame you. You're putting her out of her misery.
It's a mercy thing.
Oh, no, I'll roll her into the pool.
Is this you?
I know. I'll sing to her to death.
You know,
Give us,
go ahead.
give us really more. The worst can happen. We will have President Gore.
Oh, that would be terrible.
He's commenting on his own song.
He loves this song.
Yeah, right.
I really do, but now, of course, I
You
do
should be
it
very proud of
different.
yourself.
It's just the work they do.
Now,
I'm doing it myself, the ad-lib.
Do you ever,
Never.
do you ever talk to the audience during the show?
That's what I do. I talk to them.
Do you do raps?
I open up with "I'm just a gigolo."
Right.
And,
Yes,
matter of
we've
fact,
heard
I
you
do a
do
rap.
that,
I do a
yes.
rap. Yeah.
That's appropriate.
It is?
I think so.
Oh, yeah?
I think in a way you're a gigolo, in a sense.
Well, I don't know. Did you ever...
I don't mean
I introduced who I was before Martha Ray.
What were you?
Phantom of the Kitchen. I do cook.
Mm-hmm.
So we put that in the act. When I opened in Vegas...
Phantom of the Kitchen?
The 4th of July. So this is 2nd and 3rd. I was at your friend Steve Ross.
Where do you do this act? I mean, no one has ever seen it.
waiting for you. Now that I'm doing things in America.
Right.
Okay.
Where are we going to see this?
Okay.
Oh,
in
Manny's
New
on
York, will you?
Melrose.
Okay. Jean-Claude, the owner of Chez Josephine on 42nd Street.
Chez Joseph.
Chez
Josephine.
Of course. Yes, of course. Would you believe that?
Phantom of the Kitchen.
I know. I see. It's
Now,
just
wait,
press photo
let's-
when it was Phantom of the Kitchen. Fine.
July 2nd and 3rd, and you're just going to
July
love this.
2nd and 3rd, you're really going to be here.
No,
We should
that's
go,
in
Robin.
Las Vegas.
Oh.
Will you come to Chez Josephine, please? He's listening.
Chez Josephine?
And he wants to
Yes.
come on your show to promote his book, which is now...
A guy's name is Josephine?
No, that was his
Josephine
mother.
Baker, Jean-Claude. Oh, you do read, Robin, don't you?
I do, yes, Mark.
So he's listening to this broadcast, and he would love to come on
I
your
felt like
show.
Mark knows like all the like little cafes and
Oh.
The bistro.
bistros.
Yeah, he'd come to Paris with me. You'd have a ball.
No, I don't. I think I probably have
Oh
two
la
balls.
la, français, c'est très dommage pour vous.
Mark Harris says, "Come
Why
to
don't-
Paris with me. You'll have a ball."
bet you'll have
Yeah.
Well, it's a little more than a croissant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look, here, July
I don't know what
2nd
you
and-
mean.
I know you don't, but you really do.
You're babbling like Martha Ray. I think you've been hanging around with her too much. Let me say something about your lovely wife, Martha Ray.
Yes,
I feel bad for her.
so do I.
I do. I feel bad that she's. in
But
pain.
you're already dating.
I think it's
What
disgraceful
would
that
you-
you're dating.
She didn't think so.
Well, I don't
Martha
care what she
did
thinks.
not think
She's
so.
embarrassed to tell you that
No.
she's against it.
No, you're very wrong.
I think you ought to wait out of respect to Martha Ray.
So I should just go out to functions alone.
Right.
Oh,
Wrong.
that's all you're doing is having escorts?
Right.
Oh, all right.
Without paying for it.
All
I
right.
don't
So
pay
you're
for
just
it.
having female escorts?
Right, and I never slept
And
with
you
anybody.
swear, I want you to raise your right hand right now.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
Say, I swear
I
to God.
swear to God.
That
do believe
that
it.
I, Mark Harris,
Right. No.
say it, repeat it to me, that I
Mark Stephen Harris.
have not had gay sex during my entire marriage with Martha Ray.
I've had bisex during my marriage with Martha Ray.
Oh, you have? Oh, you
But
have?
that's in the book. But that's in the book.
It is. What do you
Martha
think you've
shared
had?
her secrets, and I shared mine, and we had a lot of happiness and fun and
Oh, so you have had sex during the marriage?
Bisex.
Bisex.
What does that mean?
You wouldn't know because you're into that lesbian chic stuff. But
What is he
not to
worried
worry.
about?
I don't know.
He's making accusations.
I don't care. Just answer my question.
What?
What is bisex? He has sex with men and women.
Okay. That's all I was asking, Mark.
Oh, is that all?
Mark's an open
I
book.
have no problem with
The
it.
reason I like
you
Mark,
ask a question, I'll
I
give
like
you
Mark.
an answer.
I like Mark because he's an open book.
Oh, boy, am
I don't want to tell you the title of that book.
Am I? It's Take It From a Bigger Mouth.
Now, what infirmity does Susie Chaffee have?
None.
Really?
None.
You get both her legs?
Should I bring her here tomorrow morning?
Yes.
After our date?
Please.
Okay, now, Susie, I know you're listening, and I know Jean-Claude is listening, and he's my evening date tonight, right, Jean-Claude? So I should bring them both here, right?
Yes.
Right. It's not exactly menage a trois because they don't even know one another.
Menage a trois.
I know. It's something in your
So,
fantasy.
in other words,
What?
Mark is saying he's had sex with women during this marriage.
Oh,
with Martha
my.
Ray.
I'm not saying that. You are.
You just said you had bisex. Bisex.
You'll really have to read the book, won't you?
What book? You
were the one
out?
trashing it. You picked
What
up
is the
something
book?
from the thing. Well, no.
You don't have a book out.
No, because right now we're suing the Globe for what they did, and when we find the publisher that gave out the manuscript, it'll be even a bigger lawsuit.
I see.
But it's registered in Santa Monica Court.
He's involved in 20...
I
Always
know.
registered,
so,
darling.
yeah,
Where are you registered? Santa Monica Court.
Yes.
Now, don't you want to know about the July 2nd and 3rd at the Celebrity
All right.
Deli
Why
in
don't you
Las
announce
Vegas?
everything you're doing so we can say goodbye to you already, so you can get back to your day.
Like you're bored.
Celebrity
I'm not
Deli
bored.
No,
in
I
Las
know, I'm not
Vegas.
bored. Now, you got to hear this. Steve Rossi opened the... was there Friday night.
I knew you two would link
with
up
his
somehow.
girlfriend.
Yes.
Steve's working with his girlfriend?
I don't know.
His own, not mine. And she just sings beautiful.
Right. Just tell me where you're going to be appearing.
So
I can
for
get
the
your dates.
2nd and 3rd in Vegas, I am going to do the deli. I'm also going
What
to do
deli?
Celebrity Deli.
You're going to play
Where's
a celebrity deli.
Play and bake.
Okay, all right.
The song I do, I can cook too. They have no rugelach on the menu, and I make it.
Okay, and then where will you be appearing after that?
In the whole month of August, we're going. It's an ensemble. Barbara McNair, Herb Jeffries, myself.
Barbara McNair is playing with you?
With you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor Barbara McNair.
What do you mean, poor Barbara McNair? She's a beautiful person. Great.
That's what I mean. I feel bad
Yeah,
for her.
she's a good singer.
I used to read her in Playboy
Truly, she is
and have
a
sex
great
to her
singer.
image.
I got to tell you, great singer. And when we're here in New
Tell
York...
me where you're going to be.
Here in New York, Shea Josephine.
On what day is that?
42nd Street. Oh, it's going to be a lot of days per week. We're just laying out the days because I'm doing another club that I'm going to this afternoon.
And you'll be there as an entertainer or as a waiter? At Shea Josephine. Will you be waiting tables, or will you be...
You want to know the truth? If you tell me you will be there one evening, I shall put on a waiter's uniform, and I shall serve you.
All right, very good. Mark Harris, married to Martha Ray. We always look forward to his exploits.
Oh, he's incredible.
He will check in with us tomorrow.
I'm going to bring them.
You're going to bring Susie Chaffee with you. I want to thank Chaffee.
Right.
And we will take a break, then we'll come back and do the news, take a few phone calls, and we'll be back right after these words.
Right.
Thank you, Mark Harris.
Howard Stern.
All right.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
But if the law, they must have set this law up for a reason. If it's 10 to 15 years, then this guy really faces 10 to 15 years, and they got to be serious about it, and then he's going to give up who put him up to it. He'll be able to cut a deal. And then those guys will lose WMJI, WMMS, they'll lose 8 radio stations. MMS alone is $100 million. They're going to lose
He's a very
hundreds.
powerful man and doesn't even know it.
Yep.
And when Robin talks about damages, it's not only to the Cleveland stations, it's to 16 stations.
Yes.
All had interrupted service.
Just imagine if we had cut someone's wire. You think I'd be in jail right now?
Right, and no bail.
Yeah. No bail set. Howard Stern is the worst.
Stern is a dangerous criminal.
He's a devil. All right, I got to take a break. Mark Harris is, believe it or not, I'll explain all this, but Mark Harris is sitting there with his date.
Of yesterday.
Susie Chaffee.
Who is in incredible physical condition. She's on rollerblades. She's wearing a black leotard, like a cat suit.
She rollerbladed over here?
Yeah.
Well, that bisexual couldn't possibly satisfy her. She's going to need me.
He said he had 2 days yesterday.
Let me come back and get to the bottom of this right after these words. Jackie counts those pamphlets as book reading, so he's read like 12 books this year.
I'm surprised he hasn't started his own brewery.
Yeah.
Guy who loves beer that much.
I don't know that he hasn't. Okay, so anyway, let me just set this up a little bit. I got to set this up. Mark Harris married Martha Ray a couple of years ago. Martha Ray's like 100 years old. Or whatever. I don't know what her age is, but she's stroked out. She's missing her legs.
80-something.
Yeah. He married an old woman. Now, I always thought that Mark was very, very effeminate. He says he's bisexual. Personally, I think he's more leaning toward guys.
Well, you know what? The longer we know him, the more his sexuality evolved.
Right.
He came in here, he was straight.
But look, I'm not here to challenge anyone. If he says he likes girls and boys, that's his thing. So he says to me, I'm dating now. I said, you're a married man. You're married to Martha Ray. With Martha's blessing. With Martha's blessing. I'm dating.
But then, I was thinking about this yesterday. He then tells us that he's really not having sex with anybody.
Right.
But then you ask him if he's had sex during the marriage, he says yes.
Yeah. Bi-sex. I bought sex, I think is what he said. I don't know what he said.
Because he's not apparently having sex with these dates.
I don't know. Anyway, so now he says to me, he shows up here today with Susie Chaffee. Why? Because he says to me yesterday on the show, I'm dating Susie Chaffee. Now, I know the name Susie Chaffee. She's an Olympic skier or something. Isn't she?
Yeah.
Like a professional skier, like someone of note.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're not seeing Susie Chaffee. She's a piece of ass.
She used to do those chapstick commercials.
It's Susie Chapstick. He goes, I certainly am. I'll bring her here as proof. Well, the guy has proof.
He's delivered.
I guarantee you didn't get anywhere with her.
Let's see.
If you would, Fafa Phony, bring in Mark Harris, husband of Martha Ray, and Susie Chafee. You see Susie. Wow, look at Susie. What are you doing on rollerblades, my dear?
I thought she was awfully tall.
Yeah, Susie's like statuesque. Hey, Susie, how tall are you?
5'9".
Wow, now that's a woman. Woo, God.
I'm 6 foot right now.
You're awesome. Wow.
But you can eat more, when you're 6 foot.
Yes, you can.
Actually, I brought these for Mark.
What, roses?
For this lovely lunch we had yesterday.
Oh, really? I guess you want to honor him for not laying a finger on you. For acting like a perfect gentleman.
He's the only guy who never tried to get anything off you.
A bit of a flower child here.
Yes,
and
that's
this
right.
is for you.
Thank you so much, Susie.
Now that is for you.
What is this?
Not Duschdas. It's that masculine soap from Germany.
What's the name of this?
I don't know. Let me see it.
Irischke Frühling?
Irische Frühling. Yeah. Irish feeling.
Why do you bring these soaps from Germany?
Oh, don't take it personal. No, it's really nice. The soaps there.
Wash your mouth.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing, Mark? That you? Take a seat, Susie.
Oh.
Susie, take off your rollerblades and relax.
Okay.
What are you, like an exercise freak? So you always have to be doing some kind of exercise?
No, I just get high.
Yeah. You know that reminds me of? Remember in L.A. Story, the Steve Martin movie?
Yeah.
And
Sarah Jessica Parker?
Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker was an aerobics instructor type, and she had to be exercising every second.
Yeah.
Like, even when she was talking, she had to be, like, doing jumping jacks.
She couldn't even just walk down the street.
Yeah. Did you see that movie?
No, but
Then you remind me of an athletic woman who has to always constantly stay in shape.
No, but it's kind of my main form of transportation in New York, and it makes New York wonderful. And I go through the park all the time. I visit my Mother Nature.
Right. Oh, you're like a real...
Oh, my Mother Nature.
What is Mother Nature?
My mother.
Who's your Mother Nature? Are you like a hippie or something? I didn't know this about you.
Well, I've always related to guys with long hair, so that's part of the reason
I'm going to grow my hair. Grow my hair.
He cut it.
Mark, why don't you be honest? This is a friend of yours. Somehow you befriended her. I don't even know how.
Wait a minute.
I'm shocked that he has a celebrity friend.
Wait a minute. We just met yesterday. You're shocked that I have celebrity
You just met.
When August comes, when you see what's
You're not attracted to him physically, are you?
Well, can I explain?
Yes. All right. Because he's obviously...
I want an explanation.
Mark, why don't you just say...
Yeah.
I think you'd rather be with Susie's brother than
with
Susie.
you.
I don't know if you have a brother, but...
Howard, with you.
I mean, you're not really interested in Susie. You want her as a friend.
Right now, I just want to relax and calm down.
You don't want a
do my
relationship.
show.
No, he's very feminine, isn't he?
I have to say, this guy's a hunk.
No, but he's a good-looking guy. Don't get me wrong. I always say Mark.
Check that out. Look, Robin, isn't that good? I'm going to date you, Robin.
No, Mark is a handsome guy.
I have to tell you, I had one of the most delightful lunches
I'm sure Mark is a delight.
Oh, I'm sure he's a lot of fun.
He sang to me in 4 different languages, and I speak about 3 of them.
Yes.
So
hold on a second. He took you to lunch where? Where did he take you to lunch?
Giando's.
What?
Giando's under the bridge. It's gorgeous, really gorgeous.
Mark knows like all the places.
No, this is gorgeous. You don't understand. Gorgeous.
All right, now I understand.
All right.
I don't understand. I can't understand gorgeous.
It's a straight place.
No guy, let me just say something about men. No man says gorgeous.
Really?
This restaurant is gorgeous.
Okay.
You got to understand something. Guys don't talk that way.
Next
Guy
time.
goes, hey, it was a good lunch.
No.
They don't notice
this
gorgeous.
was gorgeous.
No guy says gorgeous.
I'm not giving up gorgeous.
All right, okay. All right. Right, you took Susie. Obviously, you have a hard-on for celebrities. There's no question about that. No, he does. He's very caught up in the world.
I have to explain. I mean, what is a bad girl like me doing on a nice show like this?
What do you mean? Susie.
My best friend is Sonny Griffin, who's the best friend you could ever want in the world.
And you'll excuse the expression, that is gorgeous.
Who is Sonny Griffin?
Remember from Good Morning America, from Avon.
Yeah, okay.
An actress and model?
Yeah, exactly.
Except you haven't seen her in anything.
Well, she's not working lately.
Right. She is. Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
Oh, I didn't know about
What do you mean Harley Davidson? What do you mean?
The spread, the layout. On the bike.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's a model.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. And she's actually building a home. She and her husband build gorgeous homes, and she's doing
they built a nightclub in our house.
Okay,
right, go ahead.
No, they're building a bed and breakfast.
The one that fell apart in the earthquake?
That's the one, you got it.
In Telluride, they're building...
Yeah, I know.
So she's a carpenter.
Bed and breakfast. You guys see the body on the
She's a general contractor. But anyway, when she says, do lunch with this guy, he is a sweetheart. He's a hunk. He's talented.
Was it set up as a date, like a man-woman date, or was it just to say hi?
Well, the bottom line was she says, he's crazy, you know, this and that, his whole story. Because, you know, I like to know who I have lunch with. I don't have lunch with.
And that didn't
No, she didn't go out with me.
And did it scare you that he's married to Martha Ray?
Well, bottom line, she says this guy is a mensch.
Really?
She's not even Jewish. She's not even Jewish.
No, but she's married to one of the nicest guys in the world, and that's the reason I had lunch with her.
All right, so you had lunch with him, but there was nothing romantic going on. Let's make that clear.
No, I took a hotel.
You took her to a hotel?
No, I took a hotel to sleep in myself.
Well, that's what I thought. And you weren't fantasizing about Susie after you got done.
After that flight came in,
Susie's a knockout.
I couldn't wait to. Yes,
Susie, what's that jacket you're wearing?
Oh, well.
I can't get a sense of your body.
Okay. Well, I'll take it off. It is
All right,
a little cool in here, but this is one of my new Egyptian ski belly dancing jackets.
Hey, you're wacky.
For my...
Wow, look at the bod on you.
Shaking
Robin, I'm bringing all my dates.
Okay. Okay.
Susie, you single?
Yes, I am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend?
Well, yeah, kind of.
I can't imagine you don't.
Actually, he's part Cherokee Indian.
Oh, I didn't ask,
Someone
but...
who loves nature.
Oh, you're into this nature thing?
I am. There's a bonding with
I remember
nature.
when you were dating...
People appreciate
you were dating Ted Kennedy for a while. That was kind of cool.
Well, what
That's
we
an
really...
Indian of another
He's not a nature guy.
Actually, he is a wonderful skier.
Is he really?
Great jock. And
big deal.
Actually, the excitement...
I thought you were going to marry him.
The excitement between us is actually about caring about your viewers. In that, do you feel that... Are you a jock at all?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, you can't see from my build. Seriously. I mean, I'm very athletic.
He's surprised you had to ask.
A billowy that, you know, he's not really showing himself
Hey,
off.
punch me in the chest. You'll see. I'm very, very muscular.
But do you believe that...
I'm a bit of a jock. Actually, I have an empty jock, if you want to know the truth. Yes, go ahead. Yes, okay, go ahead.
And I'm still here. I believe that the right to sport is the right to health. And the two of us shared this excitement about bringing fitness to, or equal opportunity to women in sports in the
He
school.
wanted to get in your pants.
So the whole family could get fit as a result.
Guys know how to play you. Guys know how to play you.
Kennedy said, yeah.
You're like an open book. Take Kennedy. He was like, Susie, I love to do sport. It is people's inalienable rights
You know what
to
he
do
said?
sport.
Good.
Well, Ted, Howard. Well, Jeff,
You know what he
invented the
said?
fitness craze. You know?
I know.
Yeah. She said all this stuff, and he said, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes, please, now can we sleep together?
I agree. Me too.
I love fresh air, please. Spread them already, please.
I'll bet you he says gorgeous.
What?
I bet you he says gorgeous.
No, he doesn't.
You sure?
Yeah, he's a man's man.
Well, then you date him.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking for a guy.
Okay.
But, you know, he's
How long did you date him?
He's the head of the Senate Health Committee. And I said...
I know,
hey,
that's unbelievable. There's a guy who's so unhealthy.
Yeah, look at him.
I mean,
you
come
didn't
on.
look at him and say, sports.
Come on, he's no jock.
You know what?
His sport is drinking.
He raced. I saw him go through a slalom course.
Really?
I'm telling you, he's good. I do the Kennedy race every year with his family in
Right.
Aspen. And these
You're
guys
having some life.
would have been on the Olympic team if they weren't going into politics. I
Really?
tell you, they are that talented.
Even as large as he is now?
His Max Kennedy beat me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
And you were in the
these guys
Olympics.
are good. I know.
And you won.
Well, I was using a little shorter ski. Well, you know, I wasn't giving it my full-on enchilada.
What did you do? You got a gold medal in the Olympics?
Actually, this is the perfect station to say I'm the only one in the history of the Olympics that Avery Brundage tried to take my medals away and never had any.
What do you mean they tried to take your medals away?
Well, I was the number one highest-ranked Olympic skier,
Right.
and I tied with a girl who won the medal in the nonstop the day before, and then it was a big, if you ski at all, wax is really important. America, we were so poor back then.
Wait a second, did you get the gold medal?
No.
Oh, that's all I want to know.
But I led the reform of the Olympics, so it wasn't an under-table thing, and Avery Brundage says, you know, when I
Who's Avery Brundage, Robin?
One of those head of
guys.
the IOC.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I organized all the athletes from the winter and the summer of the Olympics to take on Brundage and to bring back integrity to the modern Olympics that they had in the ancient times.
Hold on.
It was over the table. And he says, I saw in the paper you perjured yourself. I said, you forced all the athletes in the world to perjure themselves up until 72. And he says, even so, if you perjured yourself, you must return your medals. I said, but Avery, I have no medals. I have only principles.
Sounds like you're a sore loser.
Flipped out.
I don't understand, Robin. Now explain what Susie
All
said.
right, basically, she didn't have any medals, and the guy got so angry at her for something she said in the newspaper that he wanted to take her medals away, not realizing she didn't have any.
Oh.
Because I got so much publicity, partly because fashion saved my butt. I wore the silver suit in the Olympics, and I was the number
I got to admit,
I was the great hope.
You're really
of the
cute.
Olympics.
You got a nice
So
body.
that's when I got into designing.
What do? You work out how many hours a day?
Well, I just...
May I see your ass is as tight as a drum?
Show me stretching exercises.
Yeah, let me see some stretching exercises.
Oh,
Gonna stretch on rollerblades.
I always work out before I do a show, particularly someone who requires great flexibility of mind, because a flexible body is a flexible mind. But I developed this after after I blew out my knee when a freak accident.
More stretching, please.
Okay, more stretching. You were enjoying that.
Yeah. Stretch harder.
Anyway, this is latex tubing. That's all I do.
I recognize. I use latex tubing in my sex acts.
Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you.
See, that's good.
I do.
Sex.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, this is the best consistent way not to have to go to the gym and work out.
Is there a stretching exercise, of one that you do, like standing, where you can like bend over and stretch? That's what I'm looking for, to relax my back muscles. You have anything like that you know of? I can't find a good exercise where I just have to do this.
Well, we after the show. I'm
all right,
sure
thank
we
you.
can,
All right.
Right.
Oh God.
But I did have.
You got powerful legs, don't you?
Thank you. Yes.
From what, all that skating and all that stuff?
Skiing.
Yeah.
No.
Tell him better to.
I bet you could crush a coconut between your legs.
Oh dear.
You're so powerful. You got a nice face too. Pretty attractive. Why are you not looking at me? Stop looking at Mark. He's not a real man.
I'm not a real man. I'm here for fake. But let's go back.
Come on.
Well, his friends asked me if I was
Are you getting
Republican or Democrat, and I said, well, I'm bi.
Yeah, like it matters. Mark's the only guy that takes a woman like this out and asks, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
No, that wasn't me.
No, a friend of theirs. But,
friend.
But I don't know Mark that well, so I can't make it.
But he's very effeminate to you, isn't he?
What do you think?
Well, I like guys who you are a nice mixture of yin yang.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not yin yang. I'm yang all the way.
You're yang, right?
No yin. And that's the kind of guy I'm attracted to.
Really? Ever kiss a woman?
The male
ever kiss a woman?
Side, no.
No, I was talking to Mark. Mark, ever kiss a woman?
You caught me, Howard. Howard, you caught me. I'm looking at her waiting for his answer.
That was a sneak question.
I
was talking to Mark. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Yeah, and it wasn't a guy in drag.
I don't know him that well.
Right.
But I'll tell you
It's just amazing to me that Susie...
I'm going to take him skiing, and we're going to do a tango.
When? When are we going skiing?
When are we going skiing?
When you're a free man.
Harry Grant. When are we going skiing?
When you're a free man.
Oh, you're going to wait till then?
Are you?
Oh, when I'm free, yeah.
Why don't you just put a pillow over Martha's face? You'll be a free man.
Hey,
Come on. Come on already,
don't
Mark.
give him
You know you need the money.
No, I don't.
You don't? Wrong.
I have to give you guys a compliment.
Yes.
I don't normally listen to your show, but yesterday, after lunch, a guy came by when we were having lunch and said, you know, I was listening to the show yesterday.
Yes.
On the LIE, they're all stuck in traffic, and one looked over at the other one sitting in the car, and both laughed at the same time, and they realized they were both listening to Mark singing on the Howard Stern show.
Yes,
he came over the table.
You're an amazing man.
He said they were stuck in traffic.
So let's just clear this up. This is all I wanted to clear up. That Mark Harris is not really dating you. He is a friend.
It was just an introduction.
I didn't have condoms in my pocket, if that's what you mean.
I start with lunch.
Okay. Lunch. Right. And that's as far as it's going to go.
I'm not buying condoms.
Fag hag. Okay, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. There's no way. That's no way. There's no way the two of you are dating. There's no way the two of you are dating.
Right.
I know it.
You know what I'm going to bring?
First of all, Martha Ray is a lovely woman.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
She deserves respect. I believe.
Amen.
And it's not right for you to date while Martha is still alive.
She said.
Am
I right, Susie?
They got to go to Mark's show and find out the real story behind it. It's too long to do on radio.
Really?
Did he do it for you all yesterday?
No, she knows through her friend's son.
It's a beautiful story.
Is it?
Yes. And love, the definition of love, according to Campbell, is perfect kindness.
Hitler and Jackie Mason are a more realistic couple than the two of you. That's all I'm saying.
That's good.
All I'm saying, because she is a statuesque, beautiful blonde who
I'm sure you would like to be her friend.
Let me have her for 5 minutes. I'll show you how to date.
That's all you take is 5 minutes,
Susie. Your head would be spinning. Let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of man you date. If Ted Kennedy wouldn't know what to do with you. Believe me, he doesn't. How he blew it with you, I don't know. What happened? You were in love with him? Were you in love with him, Susie?
I care about him.
You do?
And for 15 years, we've had
an affair.
No, we've had
a friendship.
A friendship. He has. I just.
You like him because he's a Kennedy.
I love how he cares about his. I mean, I went to
really? He's got you hypnotized.
No, I have to tell you, there is a lot of love in that family.
Really?
A lot of childhood hurts.
Did you drink with him and stuff, or would he just like drink alone?
No, I don't drink.
You don't? Because you're a health freak. I can't see you having anything in common with him except for the fact that he's a Kennedy.
Well, he got a bill through Congress for me that actually was supposed to be introduced by Bobby Kennedy to straighten out sports in America. You know the ping pong players who opened up China?
Yeah.
When they got back, they got killed by the NCAA fighting with the AAU instead of being heroes. So this bill, for the first time in history...
I don't know. Something about ping pong players.
Ping pong players. You mean Kennedy introduced a ping pong playing bill?
No, Bobby was going to introduce this bill that would solve those kinds of problems and give athletes rights and representation and get rid of sex discrimination.
I can't get the death penalty, and they're going to have ping pong players.
Anyway, and the key of getting that bill through was his brother, Ted. And that's how I got to meet him. That's how I've also supported the Special Olympics, which I think.
But I can't see you as in love with like as a lover. He's not physically fit like you are. He's not your type. He is not the man you need. You need a tall, sort of Prince Charming, youngish.
Look how you're describing me, Howard.
No, you're describing me.
You really are. No. Prince Charming, go ahead.
You're Princess Charming.
I am so flattered that you really have a caring side to you.
Of course I do.
I go, you know what? You know why I'm also here is because after that, he says, "Do you want to be on the Howard Show with me?"
I know. It was a bit
publicity, and I said, "Thank you, but
no." Right.
Yeah. And then you got on the phone yesterday.
I talked to Susie myself.
Did you? And he said,
"I would be a gentleman."
Yes.
And I have been, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Is that the real Howard?
Yes, that is the real Howard.
The one you talked to on the phone?
Yes.
Wow.
That is the scheming, conniving Howard who sits there and lies to everyone.
That's the one who's like a chameleon and will be whatever it takes.
That's the one who can be whatever you need me to be. I hide the sex maniac until you get in here.
No, but I have never
I am very caring.
Such a sweet...
Can I say something to you?
Your voice on the phone.
Can I say something to you, Susie?
I didn't know that you would be honest to tell people that was what you were really like.
Yes, that is how I am. That's how I really am. And let me say something. I don't know what you're feeling right now. I know what I'm feeling. I'm going to be honest about I can see you're a person who likes to express their emotions, so I will express my emotions.
Wow.
When you walked in the door, I realized that I was in love with you. Now, hold it a second. I just want to say something.
You do have a lot of love.
I have love for you. I'm not saying I'm in love with you the same way I'm in love with my wife or something like that, who, by the way, is very ill. And she has both her legs
missing. Let's send her some big energy.
If everybody...
No, I'm not kidding.
That, Mark.
My wife has both her legs. Were cut off.
Very, very
She's
bad.
out of pain.
Very bad. Yes, where was the caring part? Where was the caring part?
No. My wife is probably not going to live through the month.
Give us some Percocet.
No, I'm being serious, Susie.
Yeah, right.
And I'm going to need a mother for my children.
You hear this? You hear this?
No.
Aunt Sally could take care of the kids.
Be quiet, Mark. Will you, please?
You're lucky to have Aunt Sally.
She just mumbles and says things that people don't care about.
Right. Never mind. Play the Clinton song.
Susie, out of pure love, I would like to say that I am honored that you came in this morning. Find you to be very beautiful. I myself never had a tall woman. I am 6'5".
Really?
Did you realize that?
No.
Stand up for her.
Stand up, darling.
Here, come on. Here, stand up for a second, Susie. Out of my love for you, I would like to...
You are tall.
Yes, I'm perfect for you. What the hell are you wearing?
Can you imagine him on rollerblades?
I'm going to be 6.
What a bun on you.
Oh, excuse me here.
What I'd do to you. I'd love a tall woman like you.
But only 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's better than the 5 minutes you could provide.
I doubt it.
You'd be looking at magazines of guys.
Yeah, all with pictures of me.
I'd be trying
Susie.
on outfit.
I think you're both beautiful.
Susie, I would love to hug you hello. I would love to hug you hello. Would that be acceptable? Yeah, out of love. Because I feel a vibration
Okay.
in the room. May I?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You're not going to ask her if you could slap her butt?
How do we do this? Do I come to you or you?
Well, you're on rollerblades.
Shall I roll to you?
I'll come over to you.
Oh, what?
All right, roll over to me.
Oh,
Take off your headphones.
Okay.
I'll show her how to hug. Wow, you are really Oh, yeah. Oh. See, Mark, that's how you hug.
Never mind, I'm bringing my...
Come here, look at this.
I'm bringing my guy dates here. I want to see if he gets into it.
Oh, wow.
Come on,
Yes,
yeah, you dig me, right?
Better than Ted Kennedy, I have to tell you.
Kennedy's a mess. He's no athlete.
He is.
That's right.
I'm telling
Look
you.
at this. Punch me in the chest.
Oh.
In the chest.
How about the stomach?
No,
Notice he didn't ask you to punch him in.
You may be hitting the next governor of New York.
How about the stomach?
Go ahead. Ah, easy. I don't care who you know.
Well, I've got a leotard with tights underneath, but stand aside.
But there's no panties in there. Mark, you don't even
This is adorable.
What a
I have to
You know what? Why don't all you viewers hug someone?
These are
that
listeners.
was too good. Viewers.
Susie, go sit down next to
I'm not usually up at this hour. I'm sorry.
Go
you
sit down next to Martha Ray's
hug
husband.
someone. That was really nice.
All right, go ahead. Ooh, give me another hug. Yeah, give me another hug. Because I feel a lot of love for you.
I think Howard just got a vote. You know, she's a New Yorker.
Yeah, come on. Rub closer to me. Why are you so afraid? Why are you so
She's
standing
on
up?
rollerblades. She
Come
might hurt
closer to me.
herself.
I'll roll her right into me. There you go. Oh, you horny. Yes.
It's a good thing Ted Kennedy's not here.
You're all right.
Oh, yeah, you like it, don't you? Could barely let go of me. 5 minutes I could get her. Mark Harris is sitting there romancing.
No, I'm just watching this. I can't believe this. Go ahead.
Mark, that's how you hug a woman. That's how you handle a woman. What is it, Stuttering John?
Was here, you think he was,
I want to talk to a gay guy who's real angry at Mark.
All right.
Say again? Why?
Why?
What do you?
In front of his date? A gay guy is angry at you. Hello?
Hello, Howard?
Yes.
Howard, I am so over, like, Mark. How can he say he's bisexual? The joke goes, the only thing about that's bisexual about Mark is he's bilingual, or, you know what I'm saying.
I am bilingual, too.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Je parle en français.
He's quadrilingual.
Mark, how can you say that you're bisexual? Like, I can't even comprehend.
I think 3 children? 2
No,
children?
it's not a question of the children. But when you say bisexual, I mean, I didn't give anything.
3 children mean nothing.
A bad word.
He did?
Yes.
I'm not even listening. I'm looking at Susie.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't realize you said a bad word.
What I would just like to ask you, if I only went with men, that would please you?
No, I really don't care.
I believe you only do
so
go
if
with
you
men.
don't care, what is this about?
I worry about the women that you're messing around with that, like, you know, might think that they have a chance with you. That's what I worry about.
Oh, I see.
I don't
You think he's fooling somebody?
You think he's fooling Susie? I don't.
Oh, I see.
I think Susie knows exactly what's going on.
All right, well, as long as that's the case.
No, the case is I'm not getting married again. I had enough.
You've had enough. What, you'd already had a marriage?
3. Yeah. Well,
How long were you married and living in the same house with your wife?
The first wife?
Yeah.
13 years.
Wow. You're kidding.
Second.
And did you act like
7
this,
years.
or did you act more masculine?
I didn't act anyway.
Really?
This is it.
Really?
Really? Yeah. 13. Ask Aunt Sally.
There's a book in this guy. I'm telling you.
Oh, at least one.
I enjoy life. I have
You mean you went up to a woman
I have
and you...
a wonderful life.
Excuse me. Your first wife, you went up to a woman, you started talking like this, and then she married you.
Exactly.
Right.
But what does talking have to do with lovemaking?
Because there's no way.
No way.
And no one on your block said, you know, all the neighbors and everything said, there's something with Mark. I mean...
No.
Come on. Susie, you know what I'm talking about?
Nobody ever pointed out to you that you were...
I think I might.
Yeah. You might be a little suspicious, right?
Flamboyant.
Yes.
Flamboyant, yes.
I think what this guy is saying is...
You do need to be careful these days.
Right. I think Mark pretty much flags it that he's, you know, effeminate.
Mark, you are...
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with it.
I think what this guy's saying is he thinks Mark's a homosexual, and we ought to stop the charade.
And you should stop the bi charade.
Right. Is that what you're saying?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I will be...
It's absolutely ridiculous, Mark.
Would you like to meet Mark?
I want to hear this.
Would you like to meet Mark?
No, he's not even a man. He's
right.
He's like Mr. Woman.
Mr. Woman. Well, I like that. That's not a problem. But you see, nothing. It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't. Who cares what he's?
I'm very happy.
Right.
In my life, period.
I don't care.
That's why I found you hanging from a rope yesterday.
Right.
I had to take you down off the chair.
I have a great life.
He has a great life. He loves his life.
I don't care that he's happy. I just worry about the women that he's playing around with. That's
They're very happy. You don't have to bring some more.
Martha Ray is the woman he's playing around with, and I don't think she knows what planet she's on right now. All right? That's it.
I think it's nice that he cares about Mark and how he's but it's really Mark's life.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Don't get upset about Mark's life.
Yeah, Susie's like a flower child.
She is. She's a very loving person. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'd like to love her.
Very open, very loving.
You're not kidding. What a body. You are tight. Would you ever do a new spread in Playboy?
I turned it down.
You did? Why? What, do you got a lot of money? Are you independently wealthy?
No.
From the chapstick commercials?
I've done well.
You have?
Yeah.
Are you worth over $1 million? Because Mark will marry you tomorrow.
No.
You don't care what you are.
You need a disco in your house?
Yeah.
Actually, money is...
That's good.
Isn't so important.
In other words, you don't have to work.
Yeah, I do.
You do? What do you do?
But actually, money has never been... You know, I wanted to do how I started off after the...
But I mean, like, what do you do now?
I'm a designer.
Oh, I see.
Traffic collection. I won the World Design Award for my ski wear. I'm bringing this product out to the market, the stretch cord, so that people can stay fit consistently.
Well, you certainly are.
There's only... Kids in the school only get 1 hour of PE a week, so they're really not getting enough.
Oh, so you're like into some things.
Yeah, I'm actually prepping a book. I've been writing a poem, which is a couple chapters in this book. That I'm
poem book?
Snow Goddess.
Really?
Yeah.
You ought to give it a Mark. He'll turn it into a bad song.
Actually, you could work on the lyrics with Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Mark, now what is it? When you took Susie out on the date, you started singing to her?
Yeah, we were singing and speaking a few languages. I didn't even know she could sprechen.
And what did you sing to
Wir
her?
haben durchgesprochen zusammen.
That means why don't you march into an oven? You big ugly Jew.
March quickly.
That's right.
My valet is from Germany.
Your what?
My valet. He's from Germany.
Your valet is from... How do you afford a valet?
Is that important?
Yeah.
Is this a full-time job?
Full-time job.
You have a valet, a guy who dresses you?
Well, he lays all the clothing out. Just the clothing, just the clothing. Why don't you give him a call? Wake him up. It's 3 hours.
That is ridiculous.
What, the valet is according to you, everything in my life is ridiculous. But I'm ridiculously happy.
What do you have to pay a guy to lay out your clothes?
May I say something to this guy?
Whatever you wish.
Get a life.
Right.
Right, he is so consumed with my life.
Well, we all are.
Well, we're trying to figure out, Mark. Now, this guy comes and lays out your clothes. And that's his whole job?
No, he does Martha's dirty laundry.
Oh, okay.
That must be a treat.
There's a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff around the house.
Okay, he's one of the household help then. Okay.
Yeah.
What does Martha wear?
It's not what she wears. It's she has problems.
Oh, I see. She has weird laundry.
Mark,
soiled laundry?
Wait, let me hear this guy.
Are you saying you mean this guy has to do Martha's soiled laundry?
I got to hear the phone caller.
Can't you get disposable clothes or something? I mean, do you have to make somebody go through that?
That's June Allison. What were you saying?
Why aren't you doing the laundry?
Your next wife, June Allison.
Why aren't you doing her laundry?
Yeah, why don't you do Martha's?
Times I did. Right now, we're doing a lot of work on the house. And somebody has to watch the work.
He's got a huge career. He doesn't have time for it. He's such a...
Why don't you just put a hole in Martha's wheelchair, and then you wouldn't have to...
I see how happy and sympathy. Yeah, you got it.
No, everything could just drop out the bottom.
Right. Promise to be good.
Okay, I'm sorry, Susie. I'm sorry, Susie.
Susie's going to keep him in check.
It takes Susie to keep me in line.
No.
You're going to come back with Susie all the time, aren't you?
No, I'm going to bring some others from California.
Susie, you need a massage?
I love massages.
Come over here, I'll rub you down. I bet you'll get turned on.
After the show. But
I bet you'll be sexually aroused to find you.
I do an aura massage, actually.
Yeah, she did that yesterday.
What, to you? Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Susie
I was
gave you
very tired on that late flight.
Susie gave you an oil massage?
Aura.
That's screwy.
Let her massage your aura.
Yeah.
Come over here and massage my aura, Susie.
Start from the back.
Please.
Would you like?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've never had that.
I want to hear how
actually,
you...
Let me take my pants off.
Massage.
No, right.
Should I take my pants off?
No, she doesn't need to touch you.
Actually, an aura is not touching you, but it feels.
Very safe
I have
massage.
healing hands, actually.
Really?
Let her touch your aura, see?
I have a pain somewhere. Can you help me?
Yeah, if
do you have
are
healing
receptive,
hands?
I do.
I am receptive. I have let me show you where my ache is.
Oh, you.
I injured myself doing some athletic activity.
No, remember.
Oh, it's on my inner thigh.
No. Okay.
Is there something wrong with
Remember
that?
the rules.
What?
We have rules.
What are the rules?
Be nice.
I'm going to be nice, but I have an injury.
Okay.
Where? Come over here. I'll show you.
I think I only want to
Susie,
fix your brain.
It's an old Vietnam. I served in Vietnam. It's an old Vietnam injury.
I was in Vietnam.
Yes, so was I. What do you mean, you served?
I was in
the 103rd.
Really?
Yeah. Da Nang.
You know what? What year were you there?
Well, let's see. Well, I was there for 3 tours of duty. I was there in...
I was there in 71.
I was there in 71. That was my second tour of duty.
Do you remember me?
I think I saw your show.
You're kidding.
I think I might have been one of the guys who saw your show that year. As a matter of fact.
No, I'm serious. We went in helicopters, went
71 through 73,
underneath
right?
radar and
71 through 73?
71. Yeah. Honoring you guys.
I had killed. This is kind of a weird. You know why I remember this?
Years before.
I remember this. I had killed a guy. Listen to this. This is a funny story. I was in Vietnam, and we're on a tour of duty. And I'm going through, at the time we would call the enemy gooks. I don't know if you know this.
I do.
Right. We're going through a gook village, and we said that only to dehumanize them, so it was easier to kill them. But we had to kill them. Listen, it was either be killed or kill. I wasn't happy about it. And this was, the lieutenant said, look, go into the village and wipe out the village.
What was your rank?
At this point, I was what do you call it, a field soldier.
That's not a rank.
A private. I was a private. That was nothing at this point. I was what they called a grunt.
You couldn't even make sergeant?
I was not a sergeant at this point. I was, Robin, don't put me down for it. Someone had to do the hard work.
No, but you were putting your butt on the line.
Exactly, I was a grunt.
Because you were protecting the rest of us, which was beautiful.
I'm not going to go into the gory details.
In the politics.
Exactly. It was wrong and everything, but I had to do what I had to do.
It's a time when right is wrong and wrong is right.
But, Susie, you'll be interested in this. And I'm not going to go into what happened in the village, because it was pretty intense. I don't know, Mark would throw up, I know that. He can't handle it.
You'd have to cradle Mark.
I'd like to see Mark's deferment during the war. I wonder what it was.
3A.
Excuse me, what's 3A?
KY.
Hardship.
Hardship?
What was your hardship?
What was your hardship?
Sole supporter of my family.
Oh.
Howard, Mark didn't need deferment. All he had to do was say he was gay.
This guy is still on the phone?
He's part of the group now.
He's part of the show.
Is he?
But I remember the show because we had taken out this village, and I cut off this guy's ears in order to make a necklace, a beautiful necklace, and I wanted to present it.
I don't think Susie wants to hear that.
You don't?
I don't think that's in the nice category.
Well, listen, Susie, you knew the war was hell. And one of the things that used to get me... I had 3 ear necklaces. I had 10 ears on this one necklace. I wanted to present it to you.
God.
Oh, let me tell you, you had to do it. This was part of the whole thing. I was not born a killer. I'm born a lover.
Howard, why don't you take the caller?
Mark, would you mellow out? I'm talking about Vietnam, something that you don't know about. Susie and I went through it, okay?
Weren't you touched by this D-Day thing? I mean...
Yes.
I mean, you know what won the war is love between soldiers.
Do you know when
each other... And all
you know what got me through the war?
Were going to die because they loved Eisenhower and Gavin and would do anything for them.
She knows.
And our country and our principles.
What does she know?
But there's a better way to express ourselves. Did you know that... Do you know how the evil empire of Russia ended?
How?
Besides the bankruptcy of that way of...
Communist government?
Right.
Yes.
Gorby and the Pope had conversations a couple times a month.
Did Ted Kennedy do an FBI check on you before he dated you? I want to know. I mean, you seem to...
How come she has so much inside information?
She's a skier. I don't know. I don't know how she got all this.
That's inside information from Vatican and CIA.
You know, when I used to be... I used to smoke marijuana during the war. I did. I admit it.
Would you believe?
I had to. In order to get through, I would smoke opium, all kinds of things. I was watching Susie's show. I'm smoking a big fat doobie. And I had a gook jawbone as a roach ashtray.
Oh,
now, I remember it like it was yesterday. Hey, I'll admit it. I ate gook brains and legs. I put garlic and pepper. I did it all. It tastes like chicken. A little rice, we were in heaven.
Do you remember on the D-Day thing, they talked about how the Germans and the Americans honored each other's wounded and stopped and wouldn't, let each other...
Ridiculous, wasn't it?
I mean, that was love between the enemies.
Oh, that was an outrage.
And that bonded those guys. When they got together this time, it was beautiful.
Oh, please.
So there's another way to express yourself besides the war. Hitler, he had childhood hurts. We should have sent a psychologist.
Susie's very airy. She's
very into a higher mind, Howard. She's not on this earthly plane.
I'm glad Susie's wearing rollerblades, or else she'd float away. She's really very heavenly.
Thank God for gravity, or Susie would just float away.
How much you weigh, Susie?
Why destroy
millions
of lives when you could send
I agree with you 100%.
A psychologist over who could sit down and talk it out.
Susie, how much did you weigh? How much do you weigh?
About 130.
Boy, oh boy, and you're 5'9". That's a nice package.
Thank you.
But I bet you when Ted Kennedy took you to parties and you started in with all this hippie talk, he got a little nervous, right? Susie, can you keep your mouth shut, please?
He's not a perfect human being, not unlike yourself, but he's done a lot of good stuff.
I bet you adore Jerry Garcia. True? True or false?
Who's Jerry
All right, okay, Grateful Dead. All right.
Oh.
I thought maybe you were
You know
into
where
that.
the Grateful Dead came from?
Where?
Pop quiz.
Where did they come from?
Yeah, this theologian told me. From Egypt.
Is that right?
The pharaohs were concerned about afterlife, and they wanted to. They rode the higher road of life. They were very
Sorry, I asked.
spiritual. No, and those who made it to heaven was very grateful about it,
Right.
as opposed to the alternative.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
You have another question?
It can't be for Susie, is it?
No, it is actually.
Don't give them your phone number.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, all I know is I served in Vietnam, and I want to thank Susie for coming over and entertaining us guys when we were down on our luck.
Thank you.
I mean, I had come off a killing spree, and I was completely jazzed. I thought I was going to go out of my mind. I wiped out a whole village once. I ever tell you about this?
No. You've never talked to her before.
My sergeant says, I feel like I've talked to you before.
Trauma produced this show. I mean,
My sergeant says to me, go in and teach this village a lesson. They were obviously BC. They were posing as, you know.
Who said this to you?
My sergeant.
Your sergeant.
So he goes, go in.
BC.
Yeah, he says, obviously BC. He says, and teach them a lesson. He says, take out each man, woman, and child, bury them alive, leave their arms up out of the ground so they can wave goodbye. And I did it because I was a good soldier. I did it.
Yourself?
We had to do it because we were there to win. Am I right, Susie? Am I right or am I wrong? You were there. You saw the conditions.
We were there, of course,
to win. Of course. Susie understands what I had to do.
And the caller's
She forgives me. She forgives me. I have nightmares every night.
Command decisions needed to be worked out a little bit more. We can't Xerox American philosophy on you.
I remember when you came to do that show, I was in the audience where I swear to God this is a true story.
Yeah.
I went into a village. I wiped out this family. I took their couch. I brought it over to the show so I have a comfortable seat. Yeah.
Wait, this will cure all the listeners.
It was the greatest show, too. And I slept like a baby. I slept like a baby on that couch because I had to do it. I had to.
No, that was your job.
It was circumstances beyond my control, beyond Howard Stern's control.
They should have given you the script to Rambo.
Oh, be quiet.
Great.
He was
talk like a man. Let me hear you talk masculine. Try it, just for 5 minutes, so Susie can maybe pretend
I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy. This is it. I'm just myself.
Just say, hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
No, that sounds like a girl to me.
That's better.
Girl with a deep voice.
What's wrong with that?
Come on, there's a problem with that.
I have no problem. You have a problem.
You can talk regular.
Wait
You
a minute.
can talk
Howard,
regular. He can to Susie, admit it. You were over in Vietnam.
Can we
Yes.
talk?
This is so stupid. I mean, this is who I am.
You know what's sad in this society?
What?
You know, besides
this show.
What is sad, Susie? You know what's sad? That I'm not hugging you right now. Let me kiss your neck and massage you.
The feminine side of man has been held hostage.
Come over
now
here.
it's coming out. We're getting to more of
There
a
is no
balance
feminine side about
of the
me,
male,
Susie.
Female.
Oh, you do have a very feminine
You
side.
calling me gay?
No.
Anybody in this room calls me gay, they get out of here right now. I'm 100% masculine. Come over here and find out.
The yin-yang.
Yin-yang nothing. Don't give me any of that. Yin-yang. I don't speak Chinese.
You have long hair as a symbolism
And
of the
earrings.
rebellion of this society that they have been...
I have long hair to hide my skinny neck and to make my face look a little more attractive. It's a
That's
mess.
not true.
Oh, it is too.
You love your long, luxurious hair.
Oh, what do you call me? A Breck girl?
What do you do? Tell her how you roof and primp.
I'll be quiet. I did for. I wish I would have looked better if I knew Susie was coming. Susie, come over here.
No,
and let me
but I
rub
have
you
a lot
down.
of male in me.
Let me
and
rub
I
you
have a lot
down.
of female.
Come here. I want to do.
Wait.
I wanted to tell me if I'm a good rub down artist.
Wait a minute.
Come here. I'll have you
We're
moaning in a minute.
Wait a minute.
Robin, you keep the clock on. I'm going to rub Susie.
Okay,
What?
and in a
Under rule.
minute.
How horny are you? When's the last time you had sex with a guy?
Well, Howard.
Be honest.
Howard, I'm leaving unless you go by the rules.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. You don't want to rub down?
Well, the way you put it is...
I'm
really
sorry.
not-
All right, horny was not a good word. I'm just saying, when's the last time you were handled by a real man, not someone like Mark?
He wasn't handled by Mark.
He wasn't handled by Mark at all.
I'm not ever handled.
Really? Come over here. I'll show you how to be handled.
I am waiting for the...
You know you want it.
I am loved, but I'm not...
Oh, come on. Hey, I'm a great masseuse. In Vietnam, I massaged a dead Kong, and she woke up.
Ow!
Made her rise from the dead.
What?
She was laying there dead. I massaged her.
Oh, don't repeat it.
Well, I got great war
That
stories.
was a miracle.
I'd like to whisper my dead stories in your ear while I massage you. Oh, Mark, don't get so jealous.
No, jealous? No, I'm looking at this.
No, I mean, you're afraid that I'm going to leave you for her.
Oh, sure.
Mark is so upset that we're paying attention to Susie and I can't.
No, I'm waiting for the caller's question.
Why has Mark been on the show 20 times?
Mark is terrific. Mark is terrific.
He who
He's a one of a
What
kind.
makes me terrific?
You're a character. Any
No,
guy who would marry an 80-year-old woman.
She's not 80.
Stood up to you.
What? How old is she?
If she'll be here August, she'll be 78.
All right.
Really?
All right, that's 80, Mark.
Okay, if you want to round it down.
She's got the body of an 80-year-old. Any guy who would marry an 80-year-old and, you know, and run around the country singing about Bill Clinton is an interesting character, and that's all there is to it.
has an incredible personality.
That's right.
Thank you,
We're very
Robin.
attracted to
And,
her.
Thank you, Robin.
And a
Yes.
story behind this that really shows what a beautiful guy he is. And that's what part that the basis of love is respect, and I respect him.
You do?
Yep.
The only thing that pisses me off is he didn't go to Vietnam.
Oh.
That pisses you off.
I'm a man.
And you voted for Clinton?
Let me tell you
voted
something.
for Clinton?
I was in NAM. And you won't even go into a bumper car.
Why do you... How about Martha Ray served in Vietnam?
Yeah, well, she's a real man. She's more of a man than you are.
She said so, too.
And that's okay, too.
Let me say something. I want to talk to Susie for a minute. Susie, I want to thank you for coming in with Mark.
This is a joke.
I didn't believe that he knew you. I was wrong. I apologize. You are a lovely woman.
Thank you.
You have an incredible body from exercise and everything else. You are all... Excuse me. I'm talking now.
Yeah, I know.
You are 100% woman. There is no question about it.
Thank you.
You are a real woman. There's no yin and yang about you.
Yes,
There's no manly side to you. Oh, no. There's a manly side to you. I can't spot it.
No.
Let me tell you. You're blushing, Susie, but that's all right.
I am.
I've seen many beautiful women. You're a piece... Can I say a piece of ass? Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
do you think?
I would take it back.
Okay.
You are not a piece of ass. And I want to thank you for coming in here. And
This is also how I make a living.
What is that?
See this bird, the falcon?
Yeah.
In Egypt. I wore
What's with you in Egypt?
I wore it to. It's the god of protection. Do you know what I mean?
You need
I got
to.
Up. I sweated this morning
You need a
before I
man
went
to
the
straighten
show.
you out.
What, she'll stop saying all these wonderful things if she is a man?
She needs me to straighten her out with all these gods and eagles and Egypt. I'll have her thinking straight in 2 minutes.
Do you want to know what the trend of this year is?
What?
Do you know what the trend of this year, according to the Trend Institute?
What?
What?
Is there a Trend Institute?
Sleeping with Howard Stern?
No, ancient wisdom,
Really?
which came to us through the Native Americans.
I know all
The
about it.
Egyptians.
I know all about that stuff. I'm into that stuff.
And I went to Egypt
Ask me about
last summer.
something. I'm into Indian philosophy.
An Olympic teammate of mine. I want to talk about that, actually.
I want to talk to you about it off the air where I can get serious with you. I'll tell you the truth. I'd like to go where Ted Kennedy has been, and I don't mean Chappaquiddick. You know what I'm talking about, Susie. You know what I'm talking about.
Was that sweet talking me?
Is he a good lover? Susie, is he a good lover? I don't picture him being.
There is a lot of love there.
Really?
I went to a family, like a kid's birthday party, only family, and it was one of the most loving occasions I have ever been to.
Seriously?
I'm serious. Each kid
But I mean, was he good in
went
the sack?
around the table and said something. I said a poem.
Were you
or
attracted to
a
John
skit,
John?
Or he's supposed to be the hunk of the world. I'm not personally attracted.
Really? You're more attracted to me than to John Kennedy?
Perhaps. I've never met John
You're attracted to me, aren't you?
Jr.
There's
I've
an
never
attraction
met John
between us,
John.
isn't there? You're attracted to me, admit it.
Well, I hear he skis. Do you ski?
Yes.
That's really important.
I was not an Olympic skier, but I taught ski instruction for many years. Yes. But it's so funny. Why can't I brag a little?
Even that guy is laughing.
What? No, I taught ski instruction for 2 or 3 years. I was a ski instructor,
Where did
putting
you
myself
live?
through college
Where?
when I got
Where
out of
did you
Nam.
Where?
In Aspen.
Oh, please, Howard.
What?
I've never even been to Colorado.
I have too. You know, Boulder has great Chinese restaurants.
Howard, talk to me about technique.
Do you know my father invented? Do you know my father invented man-made snow? That he was one of the inventors of that. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what he does. My father's a multi-millionaire.
That's
Now come over here and get a massage.
Tell me some more ski techniques so I believe this.
Well, what's the slalom? Ask me that.
What's the slalom?
What's the slalom, Robin? Go ahead if you know so much.
No. She asked you, Howard.
Listen, if you're going to test me, if this is a test, then that's something.
Would you go straight at a gate, or would you turn early, turn late? How would you?
I would go personally myself.
Yeah.
I've always gone straight. Straight out of gate.
Straight out of gate.
No one else does, but only I do.
Like
I shush, I glide, I flirtate, and I myrtle.
You flirtate and myrtle. Okay.
Those are secret words, and you don't even know what they mean. All right, listen, Susie.
Myrtle was a dead giveaway.
Susie, may I call you Susie Chapstick? Chafee?
By the way, it's Chaffee.
Whatever. I like Chafee better.
Well,
is that your maiden name?
It has been pronounced Chafe both ways in history.
What is it, Bubba Holhide? What is this?
Think of Daffy Chaffee.
Hey, what is this? This guy says you were in Playboy. Is that really true?
Well, actually, if truth be known, I was in a tennis tournament in Aspen.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman who was the sponsor of Dance In.
I'm going to get that.